This is Tori with your weather report brought to you by Sherry's Restaurants. We're looking at a cloudy day today. We're going to get a few showers here and there, highs in the low 50s, and it's currently 44 in downtown Seattle. How many pancakes can you eat? Introducing Sherry's Endless Pancakes. Get all the fluffy buttermilk pancakes you like for just $6.99. Upgrade to a combo with eggs, bacon, or sausage, hash browns, and Sherry's Endless Pancakes for just $9.99. Visit sherrys.com for a location near you. That was your weather report. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
Hey, how do you like them apples? It is 5:47. I'm Danny Bonaducci. This is KZOK. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
I like your leopard thing. Every time you wear that in, that sounds weird. I like your leopard thing.
Scarf?
Ascot scarf. That's it. Thank you very much. Very
like
pretty.
your leopard
Very elegant.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Morning, Paul.
Good morning. You want to see my leopard thing?
I've seen you every morning, and those spots aren't natural. Good morning, kids. How the hell are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, cool. We are all ready to go. So, as some of you may have noticed, I think a lot of people think that I love being right. And that's not really the case. I just hate being wrong. Or wait, am I doing that backwards? Yeah, I hate being wrong, but I love being right. Either way, one of those things is me.
But really, it's more of a curse to be right all the time, right?
Well, that's the problem, because when you're right 99,000 out of 100,000 times,
Yeah.
you get used to it. And then when you're wrong, it is spirit crushing.
Yeah.
So Amy comes home from the store yesterday, and for the purposes of explaining the story, it's Safeway. You need to know it's Safeway and not Met Market, and it's not Whole Foods. It's the Safeway where the cashier sings and the bad guy lives in assisted living. That one. That's the regular store. And I don't know why she's going over the receipt with me. And I don't really remember until it gets your attention. It's just, no offense, ladies, but it's just a wife in the kitchen going, I'm trying to watch a cartoon, but because it's a cartoon, I have no rights, which is a true thing.
Yeah.
Everybody will interrupt your cartoon. If I was watching 60 Minutes,
Right.
be quiet, Danny. It's show prep. What do you know? It's the news. But when you're watching American Dad and he's got his alien running around, no respect whatsoever. So I don't know, she's just yammering about something. God love her. And then she says, check out the price of these apples. And I said, because I'm a good husband, I said, well, how much were they? And she says, $7.50. Now, at that point, no, that's fine. But I expect to see a bag of apples. Like,
Yeah.
you remember the oldie timey? Does that still happen? Like a bag,
Like a
full-
10-pound bag of
Like
apples.
the thing of oranges. That's always available at the store. Oh, it's a net bag. I don't know what they're up to at the orange
Right.
store. Everybody's got fishnet.
You got to let
bags
your
running around.
oranges breathe. I
Yeah,
think.
apparently that's it. And I know in my case, that's very important to let the oranges breathe. So I don't, $7.50 for apples. You know, I'm not the giant fan of apples. They're on, I think they're high on the enemies list at 3010, are they not?
I don't think apples are.
So I'm not, I don't care either way about the story so far. I'm trying to watch a cartoon. Why are you talking about the price of apples? And she says, I know. And I said, well, how many did you get? And she says, these 3. And holds them up.
That's an expensive apple.
They fit in her hands.
Wow.
And I can tell from where I am, there's nothing special about them. I said, are they those crazy Japanese apples that come in their own foam container? Have you seen those?
Yeah, I have.
You slip them in, and they're like gold. It's like, you know, I don't know why they're so protected and why they're so much money. But those can be $7 a piece or something. I hear.
Wow.
I don't love apples, so I don't love your fancy Japanese apples that are $7 a piece.
The Honeycrisp apples are pretty pricey,
Those
too.
are expensive, yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Good on you there,
Organic
Paul.
Honeycrisp,
I don't know
probably.
about the organic part, but they're Honeycrisp because I looked it up because she's got 3 apples in her friggin' hand at $7. And I said, well, it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Apples, that makes these apples over $2 each. Apples aren't $2 each. They're 50 cents each,
Right.
tops. Let me see the receipt. So she shows me the receipts, and they're $7.50. So I Google, because that's how I spend. I want to know the net worth of those apples right now.
Right.
So I Google, and the best, and I'm not that great at it. If I can't ask the Google machine to tell me stuff. If it's beyond that, it's also kind of beyond my scope. And it's also beyond the level of how much I care about what's happening around me.
Yeah.
Because not because I don't care about what's happening around me, because there's old guy ways to solve this problem that don't involve computers.
Call the store.
That's one. I didn't do that, but yes, exactly right. So I'm of the opinion that this is a mistake. And she says, no, these apples are this much money. I said, what kind of apples are they? And they're sure enough right on their Honeycrisp.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Soup. Really? Oh, I
They
love
taste
it.
much better than like a Granny Smith or
They're
a
so sweet.
Red Delicious, super sweet.
What if you lick a
crispy.
$1 bill first? Do they then taste as good?
Just
Because
get
this is
high.
crazy. $7.50 for the
It
other.
is.
Now they're big apples. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I just insist it's a mistake. And as I say, it's a mistake in my mind. It's the mistake of the store. It's the cashier. It's the checker outer.
Yeah.
Amy takes a little bit of offense that I think somehow this is her mistake.
Oh.
And so I said, don't get touchy with me. What do you think I think you did? Altered the weight of these out? Put your thumb on the scale like a cheating butcher from the 1940s? This is not your mistake. But anyway, she's bugging me now. And so all the evidence points to these apples being over $2 each. But the evidence is sometimes wrong.
Sure.
Remember yesterday when I said, I'm pretty sure the losing team member one time got the MVP award.
Right.
And so Mr. Google in there, Googled away. It's, yeah. 1971, a guy on the Dallas Cowboys. There's some such thing. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave my house. Now, I don't want to leave my house.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to the store, and I'm weighing apples, and I'm pricing apples. Because
You've got the farmer's almanac under your arm.
I did all that
shaking-
stuff. I did all that stuff, but that's when I Googled and found out she was right, because I never said she was wrong. Oh, man, I'm getting mad. So I get up and I go, and this is the kind of cool thing. I think it says something about our nature. She goes, okay, have fun. If she were going to prove me right or wrong, I would ride on her back. You're
Yeah.
not going anywhere by yourself.
She's not as nearly as invested in this
Think
as you
you're
are.
going to come home and say, oh, no, I was right, sweetheart. You think that's going to happen? No. Ride me on your head, and we'll see how much apples weigh. So I get to Safeway, and you know what? Honeycrisp apples are really expensive.
Yeah.
So it's weird because I don't know if their scale's different or what it is. I pick up their Honeycrisp are not nearly as big as the ones in my house. Well, that's the place you went. But the ones left over seem normal size. Like the ones at my house seemed softball size, and these seemed baseball size. And that did not seem fair to me. Yet I put those three bastards in the scale that they have, and they were 2 pounds, 0.1 for three lousy little apples. So then I went and looked at the price, and I said, God, you got to help me out here, man. This is, if it weren't for this friggin' apple right here, we'd all still live in the Garden of Eden. God, you need to bail me out on this. And God said, nothing, because he doesn't really speak to me. I think he does, but it's just voices. So the ending of the story really is, because then it came down to me lying to Amy.
You did?
No,
you didn't
I
just
didn't
go with
say
your
that.
tail between your legs?
It occurred to me all the way home because I figured out 9 different ways. And I think lying is a strong phrase to what I was.
Just distorting the truth.
I was going to, bend it a little bit
Yeah.
because I was going to say something about Honeycrisp apples, but then never repeat the words Honeycrisp again and be talking about other apples. And how is she supposed to know? Yet I'm still not lying. And it's easy. It is my nature not to open my mouth and let falsehoods come out.
The Washington State Patrol had to conduct a fatality investigation after a crash on Highway 18 yesterday, which kept the roadway closed for more than 6 hours. The crash happened just before 5 p.m. It involved a Dodge Magnum station wagon and a semi-truck. State Patrol says the Dodge was traveling eastbound on Highway 18 just by Issaquah when it crossed the center line and struck an oncoming semi head-on. Sadly, the driver of the Dodge was ejected from the vehicle and did not survive. The driver of the semi is a 41-year-old man, and he was injured and taken to Swedish. But this highway did not reopen until just about 11 last night.
What's the evidence? I mean, right away when I hear that kind of thing, I go suicide.
Oh, yeah?
Got a new Dodge, driving down the street, reasonable age, crosses and gets in a head-on with a semi. It's like
30
death by
years
cop.
old. I'm thinking maybe impaired.
Impaired? Yeah.
Distracted driving.
All of the above.
Texting Paul.
Yeah,
Why would he be
unfortunately.
texting Paul? There's no evidence they even knew each other, Sarah.
Pierce County Sheriff's deputies and Fircrest police are looking for a suspect who rammed a Fircrest police car with his stolen truck and then tried to run over the police officer. The sheriff's department initially said the suspect had fired shots at the officer too, but later corrected a tweet saying that suspect actually did not fire any shots, but the officer did fire once at the fleeing truck. So it turns out the truck was stolen. He had switched license plates and punched out the ignition. And inside of the vehicle, they said, were a lot of backpacks. So they think he had been stealing an awful lot of stuff, a lot of it mail. And now they have a description, white man in his 20s wearing a white T-shirt and jeans.
No, that narrows it down.
Absolutely. So Seattle did it.
I thought that was just in the movies that you shoot out the back window as the bad guy drives away.
Right?
Like, I didn't think you could really do that as a police officer.
Well, I was about to ask, and then I realized in a couple of the police vehicle shootings that I've seen, sometimes they started, the ones I'm actually visualizing in my head, the bad guy car is 10 feet away and pointed right at me. I'm the cop.
Yeah.
And you start shooting or prepare to shoot, and then he rams and goes, and he's kind of leaving, and you continue to shoot. Because otherwise, if he's leaving, I don't think you can shoot.
Yeah, I think the fact that he tried to run you down with his car is like the only exception
Makes
to that rule.
the car a weapon.
Yeah.
I'd imagine, too, it's a little scary to think of what happens if you miss.
Yeah.
You're shooting at a car and then miss. There's something else to hit, right?
Yeah.
There was a report of a 7-year-old boy who had disappeared yesterday near Belltown in Seattle, and he was found by a Como employee who had sensed something wasn't right when she saw him walking alone. The boy is named Grant Camp. He ran away from his mother near First Avenue and Lenora. She was taking him to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. He ran away. Then the police issued a missing persons, keep your eyes out. If you're in Seattle, look for this kid. So this woman spotted a kid, 7 years old, by himself and thought, that's kind of weird. What's going on here? Maybe he got separated from his group, that like they're going to see the Space Needle. And she looked around and said, there aren't any tour buses. There aren't any other kids. So she called police. He started to walk towards Aurora. She said, oh, that's not going to end well. She called the cops and said, yeah, he's missing. Police arrived at the scene and were able to return him to his mom.
Was he still walking down the street when the cops got there? At any time did she say, here, come here, and grab the boy?
She tried to talk to him, and stranger danger, he didn't want to talk to her.
That's what I was thinking, except the reverse. I'm scared of children. I saw a kid not too long ago, I guess one of the malls that I like to go to, and I didn't see mommy and daddy. So I said, are you okay? And then I reached down to grab his shoulder, pet his shoulder, her shoulder, I don't really remember, and say, are mommy and daddy? And I went, you know what? So I stayed and I looked, and mommy was right there, and I was being a weirdo.
Yeah.
But little kids, my daughter would have sleepovers. I'd go, man, I don't know, a bunch of girls running around having pillow fights in my house. And my ex-wife said, you're such a weirdo if you leave because your daughter's having a sleepover. I said, well, I'm going to my room, closing the door, and I don't want to talk to anybody. They're all gone.
Yeah, I mean, this woman did say she obviously didn't want to touch him because then he would freak out thinking she was trying to kidnap him or something, that she just sort of followed him, which, like you said, that's also kind of creepy.
Right.
That kid's already up to no good anyway, heading out on Aurora.
Yeah,
there's nothing good happening out on Aurora.
And I hate to say it too, but you wonder what was going on that kid ran away.
Oh, anything.
7 years old,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to school, and you run away from mom and go up to Aurora?
Yeah,
I wanted
everything.
ice cream for
Yeah.
breakfast, and mom said no.
Your face isn't blue today. I'm
Right.
going right
Yeah.
now. Where's the clown? I'm leaving. Yeah, everything.
According to the Northwest Multiple Listing Service, the single-family home prices across King County surged nearly 20% in January compared to the
Bitchin'.
prior year. Not for people who don't own a home.
Yeah, but I do. So bitchin'.
Seattle's median price, $757,000.
That's the median price.
The
That's
median price.
crazy.
Crazy.
Most ever.
Once again, though, I own property in Seattle. Now, you don't own in Seattle, but is your house going up out there in the
Oh,
boonies?
it's gone up quite a bit, yeah.
Like the same as Seattle?
Yeah, percentage-wise, I think.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, you're both King County.
Right.
So if you look at the statistics across the board, they're huge for most places, but Seattle, through the roof.
Yeah, when I bought my
it's a
house,
record.
it's a frightening amount of money to get involved in. It's a 30-year loan that you're going to be paying off. And, I have never, aside from the little rental property I own over here now, but up until that point, I've never owned a home.
Mm-hmm.
I've owned my portion of the home, and the banks owned their 80%, and you pay the interest first. So I've lived in houses for 10 years, made payments of thousands of dollars a month, and then found out my price, I owe the bank exactly as much as I started
Right,
10
yeah.
years ago. So it's also going to cost you about 12% to sell your house. So this is the first time I might make a real profit if I sell my house. And I'm very happy about the Seattle real estate market right now. And I'm sorry, if you don't own a home, don't get in one of these tents, get a better job.
Well,
buy a
it's just so
house.
competitive, and people are asking for more than their houses are worth and getting it.
Getting it.
So if your house is worth $400,000, you can ask for $600,000 and maybe even get $700,000.
If my house was asking $500,000, I walked in and I loved it. And it's, you remove that view and you take it from Queen Anne, it's a $300,000. I was just talking about this, maybe $325,000. But in Queen Anne, it's worth every penny what they said, but it's so much money. So I said, it's $500,000. I will take it. They said, oh, no, that's not how it works here in Seattle. You'll tell me if you'll take it or not on Wednesday when we're reviewing offers.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
And I end up paying probably close to 10% more than they asked.
Yeah, the last time I put in a bid on a house, it went for, I think, 30% above asking.
Jeez.
That's
Crazy.
craziness.
Yeah. The Dow had a terrible day on Friday. Yesterday was far worse. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 1,175 points, the largest single-day point drop in history. Now, they said it could have been worse because at one point in the afternoon it was down 1,600 points, so it could have closed worse than it did, but stock market opens in about 20 minutes, and already futures are not indicating today will get better. Of course, experts say you just ride it out.
Yep.
It is what it is.
I'm
But
no
of
expert,
course,
but that's correct information. Just wait. Now, when I first got a money manager guy, I don't know what they're called, like those places they're on
Like
TV.
a broker?
Is that what they are?
Investment
It's an
broker,
investment guy invest me. He was a guy that bought radio time on the radio station I worked for on Sunday mornings, Dave Huber Financial News or something. But mostly it was just a 2-hour commercial for the guy.
Sure.
And so I called him one time. I said, will you help me out? I'm making some money here. So I've been with that guy since 1991 or two. And the answer always is wait. But he said, what is your tolerance for risk? And I said, amazing. And he went, no, with money. And I went, oh. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were going to hang out with an airplane or some such thing. And he said, your tolerance for risk must be great because you're 30 years old or whatever it is. You're not retiring for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about anything for a while. I'm still only 58, so I'm not beside myself with fear over this news. But, I'm starting to have a little less risk tolerance than I did when I was 30.
Right. And that's the way it works. The closer you get to retirement, the less risk you're supposed to have. You're supposed to slowly take out your money from the stock market and put it into mutual funds or treasury bonds, something that is more secure. But this is not the time to do that.
No, this is so not the time to do it. But, it's a little misleading when you say it's the biggest drop percentage-wise. And I don't even know completely how to explain this because that's totally accurate information. It is the biggest drop percentage-wise or whatever in history. But it's not, it's 50 times less damaging than other things that have happened in the stock market. It's because the stock market is so high that it can fall so far and still not be the end of the day.
Right.
Statistics for 2017 showed that for the fourth consecutive year, Dubai International Airport is the world's busiest airport for international travelers.
I'd have bet a lot of money against that. I
Yeah.
can't believe I didn't know that.
You probably thought it was London Heathrow because that's what it always has
I always
been.
think the answer is Chicago Air, no matter what the
Yeah.
question, even if it's math. Chicago Air.
Ever since they started tracking this, it has been London, the busiest for international travel. It changes in the United States. It's either Chicago or Atlanta. for the busiest, but not international.
International, right?
So they have been tracking this and said Dubai has received an average of 7.35 million passengers per month. That's
What?
a lot of passengers.
How many?
More than 88 million passengers last year, 7.35 million per month.
Wow.
Imagine the line for security.
No, and especially there. It's a hot seat.
They do a lot of connecting for the West Coast. So say we wanted to go to Asia or Russia or even Australia. You can go from Seattle to Europe and over, or you can go you can go to the left and then connect through Dubai. And a lot of people want to fly Emirates. They say it's awesome.
Sounds awesome.
Thanks to Jennifer Aniston.
Airfare is included on that trip, but you don't have to go through Dubai.
Nice.
So
Yoga is something a lot of us have tried. Men, women, children, they think yoga, experts think yoga is really good for you. You've probably tried it,
I
right?
most certainly have. Hated it.
You hated it?
yeah, I'm not a big yoga guy. No.
Why did you guys hate it?
I don't know. My downward dog had to pee.
Yeah, it's the whole not being able to touch your toes thing, and that is a little embarrassing.
And getting caught 20 different times when you're trying to be cool, looking at the ladies in front of your butt in their little bikini outfits that they're wearing.
Were you trying to be cool doing that?
I was trying to be cool. I'm trying to look up without moving my head.
A Christian blogger is warning those who follow his faith that practicing yoga is like playing with a Ouija board. Said you may
Entertaining.
You may perform the moves without consciously seeking the demonic trance that were designed to help you attain, but you are quite literally playing with fire. It is a pagan ritual, and it's not going to help you get into heaven. You should leave it alone.
You know what? As crazy as that sounds, I don't know that this will make it any less crazy, but I just have firsthand experience with it. My ex-wife thought that. And the same thing about a Ouija board. Put up this huge thing. I brought one home, thought it'd be hysterically fun.
Yeah.
That's the work of the devil. It's like, shut up. You know,
It's a
the work
board
is a
game.
board painter. But she was dead serious, and she said the same thing about yoga and saying namaste. I forget what the problem was with that, because it's just a foreign language, isn't it? Namaste.
Yeah, that's just a word.
Yeah, but no, she would not have it, and her preacher wouldn't have it. And
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The Ouija board I get because you're summoning spirits from another world. So that I understand her philosophy, but yoga and saying namaste, which I don't even remember what that means. I mean, like,
But
peace
don't
or
you
something?
have to believe that you're summoning spirits from the world? Because
And you also have to
crazy.
You also have to believe that the guy next to you is not pushing the thing.
Right,
around the board.
exactly. I mean, anything that's manufactured by Hasbro probably doesn't seek the
Right,
devil.
exactly.
Yeah, when you buy it in the game section.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one that's designed by Has-Been. It's a totally different board game. It just gets the dead careers of movie stars.
A lot of people are up in arms this week about Doritos,
Yeah,
the chip brand.
I'm not up in arms, but I don't get it. Do you get it, Paul?
No, I don't get
I
it.
don't get it. We don't get it. What is it?
The CEO of Doritos is a woman named Indra Nooyi. She gave an interview with Freakonomics Radio and said they are going to be coming out with new female-friendly chips.
This is a woman?
This is a woman.
I've
Yeah.
seen this story 9 times, and I didn't know. It's even weirder now.
You just assumed it was some sexist
Some
dude.
sexist guy, and not even sexist, just stupid.
Yeah, Indra Nooyi is the global chief executive of PepsiCo. She is helping to design this new product line, and she says women want smaller chips. They do not like crunching their snacks.
I've been trying to
loudly.
convince girls that they want small.
They don't lick their fingers, and they don't like to pour the little broken pieces into their mouths. So you guys, when you eat chips, I've watched both of you.
Yeah.
You, and of course I've never seen Derek because he doesn't eat, but you all will put a chip in your mouth whole, and then you noisily lick your fingers, and as soon as it's done, you lift the bag to your head and you shake it all down your gullet.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think all of us want that dust that gets all over your fingers.
No,
to
I
be
don't-
gone.
I don't
I don't
want
want
the
the
dust.
taste. Yeah, I don't want the taste to be gone, but I don't like that stuff on my fingers.
Yeah, so we're either girls or that lady's stupid.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're girls. Look at us.
Yeah.
She
Although you're kind of pretty,
says
Paul.
Thank
that women do
Not too
not
bad yourself.
want to do that. They don't do
Right.
that. That the way men and women eat snacks are different. They also would like smaller snack bags to put in their purse. So they're coming out with Lady Doritos.
Is that what they're called?
She didn't really say, but that's what everybody's calling them, Lady Doritos.
So where does the part so far, because this is a description of her beliefs, where does she jump the shark and become a complete sexist person?
Well, this one Twitter said, OMG, thank you, PepsiCo. I spent 26 years not being able to enjoy a snack because they're so manly and big, but now I'll be able to eat them with my tiny, fragile little hands.
See, because here's what I said. We're making the whole thing on the report I read was that we're making a chip that doesn't make as much noise, and the ladies will like that. And
They'll
everybody
be
got
smaller,
crazy.
so you can put them in your mouth and whole.
But there
and
are
not
things that
crunch.
you can do that you can say women will like this. But if they said, take these Doritos and eat the special new Doritos, and they will make you fart less, and women will like that, I would think my wife would love that. So there are some things that women would like.
But I think if you said our product is flawed and we're going to make it better, or we're going to make a different version of our product for everyone to enjoy, then I don't think anybody has a problem with it.
No, I just can't believe somebody. This is the head of PepsiCo. This
Yeah.
woman owns the world. How do you
Right.
be that stupid and not know when you say women will blank? The second you say that, you're in trouble.
Exactly.
You can't say, I've said it, and I'm a stupid guy on the radio, and people call up, and I go, "Oops, sorry, I didn't mean it that way," and everything's fine. She's the head of PepsiCo. She owns New Jersey. You can't make those mistakes.
It's one thing to say it to your research and development department, but to say it to a reporter, that was the mistake there.
They are planning a whole line of
But they're not.
lady-friendly.
Doritos, right? That's what they should call it.
Is that true?
That's what they should call
That's
it,
what they
right?
should. That'd be Jesus.
According to the police, they pulled over a car and noticed they had an awful lot of burritos. And they said, okay, that's kind of weird. Why do these guys have so many burritos in the backseat? Why is the person driving this car so nervous?
How many's a lot of burritos?
Those burritos weighed 25 pounds.
So 50
Yeah.
They were...
or
a lot of-
25 good
Yeah,
burritos.
that's a lot of burritos.
It's a lot of
I
burritos.
don't think I've ever had 25 or 50 burritos
At one
in my-
sitting?
in my back seat ever.
Yeah.
No.
They said, what do you got in the back there? All those wrapped up in tinfoil. Those are my burritos. Why are you acting so nervous? Well, it turns out they were meth burritos.
That's
Inside.
a thing? You can get a meth burrito? Where do I get a meth burrito?
I'm not sure that's where this is going, Paul, but let's hang on before we jump.
They're meth burritos. They were disguising
Yeah.
their meth as burritos. So
Oh.
they were wrapped
See,
up.
you go, yeah, but I think that's not what Paul was
Yeah.
thinking about. He wants it used as a spice.
Right,
No,
exactly.
that's not what's happening there,
Man.
buddy. They're disguising their meth as burritos.
Like I could eat this giant burrito and still lose weight.
Still lose weight because you won't eat again for 15 days.
Yeah.
And there is a new study being published in Newsweek. Initially, this was being published in the Biometrics Journal, but it's got a lot of people excited, perhaps even people like Paul. Japanese scientists.
Is it about meth burritos? Because I was
'Cause he
pretty
wants-
excited about that.
Yeah.
No, it's about your dome.
Oh, okay. My dome.
Japanese scientists believe they have discovered a cure for baldness, and it lies within a chemical used to make McDonald's French fries.
Okay. I'm going to go and pretend to be bald just so I can get in on this research.
Yeah.
So you rub McDonald's fries over your head and your hair starts a sprouting?
They said this is something called dimethyl polysiloxane.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
The
like the second ingredient. Potatoes, dimethyl polysiloxane.
It's a silicone added to McDonald's fries to stop cooking oil from frothing. And that this, when rubbed on mice, makes them stop hair loss.
I get the job as the mouse rubber. That's explained to me.
I mean, what a strange study. And why would somebody say, yeah, that's stuff from
More
McDonald's
importantly,
French fries?
how is it that you have a mouse covered in McDonald's fry stuff and you don't fry one? I'd have to try one.
An alimony deduction set to be erased in 2019 under the new tax plan has lawyers preparing for a wave of divorces this year. Some are saying that the amount of alimony that you will actually pay because you won't have a tax deduction anymore is about to go up. So if the people are thinking about a divorce, this is the year they're going to do it.
Now's the time.
Yeah. Now, the one lawyer says that somebody in the highest income tax bracket, say they have to pay $100,000 in alimony. That means
A year?
Yep.
Okay.
That means $85,000 after taxes for her but he will only actually pay $60 because of the tax breaks you get. Those tax breaks are going away. Now they're anticipating this will be the year of divorce, which is good news for people listening who might want to get a divorce, because you know who's coming on our show tomorrow.
Oh, nicely done, kiddo. Rick Jones.
Rick
We'll be right
Jones.
here tomorrow morning at about 7:30 in the morning, and you can call up and say, hey, what's up with this thing, the year of divorce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it now before Valentine's Day.
Well, don't do it
Valentine's
now.
Day too.
Do it tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow.
At 7:30.
Save yourself even more. Save yourself another $80 on a Valentine's Day present.
There you go. So romantic.
People do that, though. I've
Yeah.
never, noticed it in my life, and I don't date that much because I marry people. And,
Right.
I
Very
said,
quickly.
Yeah, and I'm a fan. But I've heard about that you break
Yep.
up with people for their birthdays.
Yeah,
and
before
Christmas.
Christmas,
I don't think you were fully invested in this relationship.
It's time for today's Things Are Not Right in Florida's Story of the Day.
Yay!
A tenant at a Florida apartment complex is facing criminal charges and eviction for his behavior at the community gym. Police were called to the scene of this apartment building in Orlando after a leasing agent spotted him working out naked, riding the stationary bike.
Oh,
while
you think that was
completely
slang?
naked.
You have no clothes on, yet you've been riding the stationary bike.
He didn't even bother with socks or shoes. He had nothing on. And she spotted him and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm working out." "What do you think I'm doing?" Completely naked. The bike.
They said, get off the bike, and he said,
Oh.
wasn't the best popping sound. I think you got it. Thank you.
Police arrived at the scene and arrested the naked bicyclist. They are now working to evict him. Strangely, they found all of his clothing. Like, he had gone to the gym and then taken his clothes off.
Yeah.
He's facing a lot of charges, though, because believe it or not, you can't work out naked.
You can't work on it. You can't ride the stationary bicycle.
Ew. Oh, Florida.
Oh,
Oh,
Florida.
Florida.
Did you hear about that naked fisherman was looking for the one-eyed trout? And then I thought, that's, a fake thing. You're not really, and it's an actual real thing.
Yeah.
We need to take a break. But when we come back, a legendary rock band may be replacing their legendary lead singer. It's a KZOK artist.
Wow.
How are you going to feel about that? Something new from the Beatles is getting released. This is super cool. A Hollywood legend with a connection to Seattle has died. And
He's
what
sitting right there.
Yeah, I'm not dead. I'm
Not
in Seattle.
dead. Fake news.
and what does Prince's sister have to say about that Super Bowl halftime show? We'll tell you next in sports.
This traffic report is brought to you by Geico Careers. On I 405 southbound at 195th Street, there's an earlier accident that has been cleared, but you're still going to see some delays. And on Highway 512 eastbound at State Route 161, there's an accident currently blocking the right lane, causing about a 15-minute delay. Geico in Seattle is expanding. They need great people like you to join their team. If you're looking for endless growth opportunities and the ability to make an impact every day, then Geico is the career for you. Apply today, geico.jobs/Seattle. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
This is Tori with your weather report brought to you by Sherry's Restaurants. It's going to remain mostly cloudy today, a chance of occasional showers, but for the most part, it will be dry. Highs in the low 50s, and it's currently 44 downtown Seattle. How many pancakes can you eat? Introducing Sherry's Endless Pancakes. Get all the fluffy buttermilk pancakes you like for just $6.99. Upgrade to a combo with eggs, bacon, or sausage, hash browns, and Sherry's Endless Pancakes for just $9.99. Visit Sherry's.com for a location near you. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
A lot of buzz in the music world yesterday when somebody involved with AC/DC spoke out about the future of the band. Now, you remember in 2016, there were some issues with the lead singer.
Right.
And who
The lead singer
replaced
being,
him?
I get confused because Bon Scott with a B, not a V, right? Bon Scott.
Right, yeah.
When did he leave the band?
He died forever ago. And
Forever ago?
the new guy's, well, so to speak, the second guy is Brian Johnson.
Right.
Now, he had issues with his hearing.
1980 is when Bon Scott passed away.
Thank you.
Axl Rose is the one who filled in.
Yeah, and was great from what I understand.
Well, now, the AC/DC biographer Murray Engelhart says there are plans for a new tour and a new album with Axl Rose.
I'm completely down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I haven't get it. What? But he can't do it, right? Doesn't he have ear canals?
He said that he
has-
was getting a special kind of hearing aid that
Yeah.
would allow him to play, but, we haven't...
And what?
He
why
hasn't played
couldn't
with
he
other bands or anything.
Right, but why couldn't he record? The
They
problem
did.
is touring, but
Because then you're half the band. You're not the guy. If you're only the recording guy, you're not the guy. You're either the
Yeah.
guy or not the guy. Now here's the thing: when I sit on evidence that I have now, because you start throwing stuff at me like, well, he could record, then I go, oh, I have to question
Yeah.
everything I believe about this. But no, I think I'm all down with Axl Rose being the lead singer of AC/DC.
I mean, there's like nobody left in the band.
The guy that dresses up like the schoolboy, isn't he still there?
Angus?
Angus, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have Angus.
And then who else is in the band who's original?
His brother, I don't care.
Malcolm just died.
Malcolm
Yeah.
just died.
Yeah.
His brother, I don't care.
His brother, I don't care. Right.
And Phil Rudd's not around anymore.
That's
He's-
right.
Paul Rudd's not in the band.
Right, exactly.
Which I think is good. Yeah. So Axl Rose and so it'll be Axl Rose and who?
And the guy in the little schoolboy
And the guy in the
outfit.
schoolboy suit. Yeah,
Angus
completely. And I think Axl should dress like a schoolboy.
Well, journalists have reached out to AC/DC and to Axl Rose for comment. They have not gotten it. The other reason I'm a little skeptical about this story is we know from history Axl Rose doesn't exactly move quickly when it comes to recording new music.
Right.
So
Chinese democracy. 13 years.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did they reach out to Brian Young?
they have not found any.
Hey, Brian! Like that?
Oh, that
Does
was
it sound like
quality.
that?
Very nicely done, man. I don't think, by the way, they reached out to anybody young. Have you heard these players?
It would have been better if you got his name right, but that was a quality joke.
It was a quality
Oh,
job.
that's right.
Sometimes it
Johnson.
sucks.
Hey, Brian. His name's still Brian, right?
You know what? That only takes like 3 points off, so it's still a 6.
Brian Johnson.
Doesn't he sponsor our news?
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Brian Johnson
Yeah.
attorneys.
I forgot they're not all named Young.
The Beatles' 1968 pilgrimage to India is being revisited through a new documentary titled The Beatles in India.
Okay, I will totally. It's funny because when you said Beatles in India, I had all the mouth and facial tics that it makes me to go because I hate the Beatles being in India. But a documentary about it,
Yes.
yeah, that'd be great. I think
Yeah.
that's what allegedly the Maharishi wanted to have sex with all their wives, and a couple of them got pretty mad about it.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, he's a gross looking dude. He had the exact same beard as Spike, and I'm not having sex with either of them.
Again. The movie is the realization of a lifelong journey by an Emmy-winning filmmaker called Paul Saltzman, who was seeking his own path to enlightenment in India when he met up with the Beatles on their trip. He ended up taking personal photos of the band, and as part of the Beatles in India, has decided to return to the country where it all started.
So it's not a bunch of footage of the Beatles in India, though. It's some snapshots. Maybe some archival
He
footage.
promises rarely seen footage, including in-depth interviews with the band.
Oh,
Wow.
awesome.
and that they will be paying close attention to the ways in which the Beatles' India trip affected the creative process during the period leading up to the White Album.
Yeah, it screwed it up, if you ask me.
And some people say it did. It changed the sound entirely.
It did. I got to tell you that I didn't realize what a fan I have always been of George Harrison's. You know, if you're in the Beatles, I'm your biggest fan. You're
Yeah.
Ringo, I'm not sure what you did. You seemed like you're an okay drummer. I love you. You're a Beatle. You're the greatest thing that ever happened.
Right.
So George Harrison's always been a Beatle, good enough for me. But the guys are John Lennon and Paul McCartney. I don't really care all that much, really. Turns out not half, 20% of the songs I thought were by John Lennon and he was singing were written and sung by George Harrison. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then I asked Amy when we're in the car or listening to it or anything. She'll point out if it's George Harrison now, and it's him a bunch. He got mad because he never got any songs on the records. He said, yeah, he did at least 2 and sometimes 4. So shut up. You know, once he did My Guitar Gently Weeps, everybody went, oh, you're kind of bitching, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're just not as bitching as John and Paul. So live with it or don't.
All week long, five times a day, you've got a shot to win a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Awards at the Forum in LA. You just need to keep listening for a new keyword and your cue to text, and you could win tickets to the show, airfare, and deluxe hotel accommodations. Your next chance to win happens at 8:10 this morning. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Bindi Irwin is the daughter of the late Steve Irwin.
Bindi?
Bindi.
Like the dot thing in the middle of your forehead?
Yeah,
Bindi?
Bindi.
Huh. It's interesting.
She is now 19 years old, and she's been doing a lot of work on television. She was on Dancing with the Stars. I think
Right.
she won Dancing with the Stars. And she's become a pretty well-respected personality on television in Australia.
Doing the same type of stuff? Like,
Yep.
Really?
Wearing almost the same outfit, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Animal Planet had aired some commercials during the Super Bowl that our show is highlighting her new show, which is her brother, and their mom.
Was I in the bathroom for this?
That happened.
I didn't see it either.
I didn't see
I
it.
heard a lot about some commercial everybody was talking about, some red ceramic something or other. Like, what are they talking about? Oh, yeah, occasionally we did have to go to the bathroom.
Right. That's why I asked, was I in the bathroom?
I did not see it either, and I'm assuming perhaps
All
I
right,
was
wait
in the
a minute.
bathroom.
3 of us watched the Super Bowl, reported on it in depth, talked about stuff. Are you sure?
Don't we coordinate, though, when we go to the bathroom? Like
I call you, but I
Yeah.
call you for everything. Dial 911. I have to
Right.
pee.
What was the number, the letters of the Super Bowl?
LII.
LII.
This was LII. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Did he
terrible at the Roman numerals. You know, I don't know how to read them.
Well, Nobody
this is
knows
a-
it until
this
this
is a bad
happened,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, during Super Bowl, LII, Animal Planet promoted footage of the crocodile hunter.
I got it. It's all in the wording. They didn't do it on the Super Bowl. They did it on Animal Planet during the Super Bowl.
But then nobody was watching the
That's
Animal
not the point. I'm just telling you what I get from this, why 3 grown people didn't see it. It wasn't on Super Bowl. It was on Animal Planet.
Or it could have been part of the broadcast. That, like, I didn't watch the whole pregame. It could have been part of the pregame
Certainly
Oh,
could.
broadcast.
that's very true. Post-game.
Postgame.
The footage shows an emotional Steve Irwin and saying that it's like old footage, that he would be entrusting his conservation efforts to Bindi and her younger brother, knowing eventually he's going to die, and he hopes that the children are our future. There is a new Animal Planet series coming out, which will be on the Animal Planet, showing them at the Australian Zoo in Beerwah, Australia, that they helped to run.
Okay.
So she is continuing in his name.
Crikey.
Okay.
Crikey. I'll check it out. Like, I didn't watch a lot of Steve Irwin before, but
But the guy, here's when Steve Irwin won me over. Because I'd met him, and that was very nice. And I'd heard news about him, which was interesting because he wasn't a big thing yet. So it was on the news about him, not his actual show. And he's got this green snake in his hand. And he's going, yada, 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 Australian stuff about this snake, and yada, yada. And the snake turns and leaps at him and bites his nose. And
Yeah.
hangs on. And there's a green snake hanging from this guy's nose. And he barely blinked and continued to talk about crikey. Now, if you pay attention to this here snake, it's really a serpent if you think about it. And he pries the snake off his face and does him as I went, that's the guy.
yeah.
You spend time in the water. You go to plenty of warm
I do.
vacations. I don't know about you, but each time I've gone snorkeling and seen a stingray or an angel ray or whatever the other ones are called, moon ray, I don't know.
Bat ray, whatever it is. Yeah, I get your point. And that's
I'm
the problem.
terrified.
We don't know the difference. There's
Yeah.
one weird thing that can kill you, one of the stingrays, but probably not the one you can pet at the aquarium, but I can't tell.
Right.
Well, when we were in the Galapagos, you just are surrounded by crazy.
Isn't it a quarterback?
Yeah.
Maybe
Plays for,
Galapagos or something.
San Francisco now.
49ers, yeah. We were snorkeling. We saw a hammerhead shark. I thought it was going to pass out of fear, but they apparently have enough to eat. But then there were two of those stingray, monkey rays, whatever, mating, and they came so close to me. I'm like, I'm going to go crikey and go out the way of Steve Irwin.
Yeah, but better. His stingray wasn't boning when
No,
he went. That's kind of cool.
This is true. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he made a surprise announcement after the Super Bowl. He went on the Tonight Show. They did a special episode.
Yeah, you know, what's his face? Jimmy Fallon,
Fallon,
had Justin Timberlake on immediately after it. I'll bet he got ratings through the roof.
Yep,
I bet.
they're besties. He announced, though, that he will be teaming up with NBC for an unscripted series called The Titan Games. The Rock will be the host and the executive producer, a 10-episode unscripted competition show. Not a lot of other information, but he said he was inspired by American Ninja Warrior.
Okay, because what I had in my mind, has anybody ever seen Steve Austin's Broken Skull Ranch or some such thing?
No.
And it's, you get a bunch of people to awkwardly wrestle in dirt and pick up cement blocks and run. It seems like a huge hassle. It's like a game show. You immediately go, is this a game show or prison? I don't want to do this. Please don't make me do this. So, but what does he call it? It's an unscripted what?
Unscripted reality, but it's a competition series. So I'm
Right,
gonna
but
guess-
inspired by American Ninja Warrior, because that's an inspiring show in the sense, like if you can do that, you're kind of inspiring me. That's an amazing thing.
The Titan Games.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe they have to be. It's going to be something like oldie-timey fighting with the old weapons or something. I don't know.
If it's The Rock, we're tuning in.
First of all, if they're fighting with oldie-timey weapons, it's not a game show anymore. It's it's the gladiators. Which, by the way, I'd like to see a real gladiator. Not like American gladiators where they shoot Nerf balls at you, but actual swords and maces.
They did try doing some reality show about that, Rome or Carthage or something, but it was like the Jersey Shore
Right.
meets this. They all had to walk around in togas and have swords and stuff.
Toga.
Some sad news in entertainment news. John Mahoney, best known as Kelsey Grammer and David Hyde Pierce's dad, Martin Crane,
Yeah.
died at the age of 77. He had
He was very good in Moonstruck, that guy.
I liked him a lot, and something I learned only in the announcement of his passing was that he didn't start acting till he was 39, 40 years old.
I didn't know that either. Wow, that's interesting.
He was in so many movies: Moonstruck, Suspect, 8 Men Out, Say Anything. He was most recently in Atlantis Lost Empire, Ants and the Iron Giant. So he was doing voice work as well. But I was pretty surprised that he was only 77.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Frasier was on 1993 to 2004, and he was an old person
Right.
then.
There's a lot of people, was it Wilford Brimley? Do you know that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Diabetes.
What is it?
Diabetes.
Yeah, he rides in on a horse and tells you about diabetes. That guy's been an old guy for 50 years.
Yeah.
It's just, you get cast as something and you go, oh, there's where the money is.
Yeah.
I'll do this. So that guy's been acting old since he was
True.
40-something.
And is he still alive, Wilford Brimley?
I thought he wasn't with us anymore.
Okay,
But I also
I
think
thought-
Angela Lansbury's not with us
I
anymore.
thought he was.
I
But
thought he was, but he's got to be like 140.
I'll bet, whether he's alive or dead, you're going to be shocked at how old
Okay,
he
what do you
is and
think?
or was.
How old?
Okay, I'm going to say, since you're going to be shocked that he was only 72.
I'm going to say 88.
I
Paul?
think you're the smart bet.
He is 83 years old.
Wow.
He
And
cheated.
I believe still with us. Oh,
Still
sorry.
is.
I thought you wanted the answer.
No, we don't ever need that.
He's
Don't bug-
alive. He lives in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, that's why he's still alive.
I'm against him. Who chooses?
I don't think that's legal
who
in
has-
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Very good point.
Let's take a look at sports.
Sports.
Sports brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you're facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUI-AWAY, 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Today, the mayor of Ferndale has proclaimed this to be Doug Peterson Day. Doug Peterson, the
That guy
head
killed his
coach.
wife?
No. But they may have the same name. This is the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, no, I'm thinking John Peterson, right?
I don't remember.
I think it was
Lacey
a
Peterson,
Doug
yeah.
Peterson, yeah.
No, I don't think it was Doug. Anyway, this guy, what's his name? Doug Peterson?
Doug
This guy's a
Peterson.
wonderful man that does something
Right.
nice for people who need nice things.
And he grew up here locally,
He
too.
grew up in Ferndale, graduated from Ferndale High School in 1986, and then won the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's their coach.
It's not Drew Peterson Day. It's
No.
Doug
There
Peterson
you
Day.
go. So they have declared this Doug Peterson Day in
That's
Ferndale.
lovely. Sorry, I mistook him with the horrible but I got confused for a minute. Is it Drew Carey Day?
No, not today.
Jim Carrey Day.
Nope.
Justin Timberlake, a lot of people still talking about that halftime show, lovers and haters. Some people say Prince would not have liked it. Other people say, forget it. He had some comments about sexy back and all that jazz, but that was forever ago.
Plus, I think they were having a little funny, I'm super famous and everybody loves me banter.
Well, his sister, Taika Nelson, said she was pleasantly surprised by Justin Timberlake's performance. She enjoyed the Prince tribute. She said that we knew he was going to sing I Would Die For You, but they didn't know about the video projection. And she said about the backlash, she said everyone has their own idea of what Prince would and would have wanted. It's an impossible position for Justin Timberlake, so shut up.
Shut up. That's what I've thought this whole time. Shut up. And Justin Timberlake had gone kind of off my radar. I think most people, grown-ups anyway, that Justin Timberlake is off your radar. But that put him back. I thought he was great. Like the first thing I thought is, how do you dance like that and still sing? Because that microphone was lit. He'd put it down sometimes and it would have this backing track, so he wasn't hiding anything.
Yeah.
I just thought he was great. Although I did wait for Janis Jackson to flop a Hogan, and I did wait for the boys from NSYNC or whatever that band that was to pop up.
You
Did you
guys-
think a couple times when all of a sudden he's dancing and there were all these dancers, I went, that's them.
Right.
That's NSYNC. Look at them. Oh, they're mostly girls. That's weird.
It would be throwing them such a bone because his career has been red
That's what
hot
broke him up.
for
Really, that old guy, that
years.
big fat guy, threw him a bone, didn't he?
He's been an actor. He's had smash albums. He's had arena tours. Justin Timberlake was
He's a
just
great
in a
actor,
Trolls
too.
movie. He's a great
He
actor.
is a good actor.
So like,
I don't know
he
about
would
great.
totally
He's pretty
be.
great.
Like De Niro is great.
He's not De Niro.
Well, then he's
I didn't
not
say,
great.
I didn't say he's one of the greatest actors of all time.
He's a fine actor and he's a good dancer.
All right.
A nice boy.
I don't know about good dancing.
No, he's an okay dancer.
Do you guys remember the tweet about if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, Lane Johnson was going to buy everybody a Bud Light.
Yes. I
Yeah.
remember this.
He's going to buy everybody a beer. And Bud Light said, "We got your back, Lane. We'll make it happen." Well, after they won the Super Bowl on Sunday, a lot of people wondering, how are they going to figure out giving everybody in Philadelphia free beer? Bud Light sent out a proclamation. On the day of the parade, we invite all fans 21 plus to join us in raising the kingdom's favorite light lager in celebration of the big win. Congrats, Philadelphia. Please enjoy responsibly. Philly, Philly.
Philly.
Oh, I like Philly. Very nice.
Take
But
on
if,
Dilly Dilly.
if Bud Light's going to buy me a beer because my team won, that's bitching. If Bud Light now says, well, now you have to walk up the street and you have to enter a thing and turn left. That's it. It's a free beer. They're
not going to bring it to everyone's house.
$1.75.
Well, it's what they've decided to do is on the parade route, if you are 21 plus, you can get a free beer. They haven't,
Outside on the street?
They haven't explained how this is going to work. It's not legal to drink on the street.
Right. Don't I
The
know?
taverns are going to be offering it, but how do they know it's one per person and how they're going to have to check IDs? They
Right, 'cause
haven't really figured it
A
out yet.
wristband of any kind would make this whole thing even more expensive. Wristbands, you don't
Yeah.
think about them. They cost something.
Right.
And that's your look at sports. It's brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys at 1-800-DUI-OA.
Hey, by the way, if you have one Bud Light, you will never get a DUI while impaired on that, my friends. But if you have 97 of them and you get a DUI, you need to do something. You need to call 1-800-DUI. And I'm not kidding about this. The state of Washington has very serious laws about DUI. So if you get one, it's a drag. But I'm going to tell you what to do. Call 1-800-DUI-OA. They'll meet you free of charge in Seattle, Everett, or Tacoma. So if the unfortunate happens to you and you get a DUI, don't delay. Call 1-800-DUI-OA. That's 1-800-DUI-OA.
This traffic report is brought to you by Muckleshoot Bingo. On Highway 512 eastbound at State Route 161, we do have an accident currently blocking the right lane, causing about a 15-minute delay. And on I-5 southbound, as you approach 164th Street, there's an accident that is currently moved over to the shoulder, but still causing some delays as people stop and take a look at it. Breakfast Bingo is Muckleshoot Bingo's special morning session that is perfect for beginners or pros. The games are easy to learn, and everyone gets one free bingo pack plus free coffee and donuts. Breakfast Bingo, 9:30 a.m. this Saturday at Muckleshoot Bingo. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Hey, let's talk about 3010 weight loss for life. I'm very happy to talk to you about 3010 weight loss for life because I have been on a diet probably since 1972, and you can document it. You could Google it, I guess, an episode of the Partridge Family called Danny Goes on a Diet, because I was 12 and I was fat, and I fought with my weight ever since that. And then I found 3010 weight loss for life. I had 40 pounds to lose. Lost it all, every inch of it. Then once you do that, and the nutritional guidance that they give you, the world of food opens. I'm never hungry. It's never a hassle. I drop the weight, I go in, I get weight, and they say, man, you're still down to 40 pounds. They're never surprised because I guess, when you think about it, tens of thousands of pounds have been lost through 3010 weight loss for life. And it's not just the nutritional guidance that they provide. It's the guys and girls at 3010. They like you, they care about you, they hold you accountable, and it's very cool. Hey, listen, if you're ready to lose that weight and keep it off, do what I did. Go to 3010 Weight Loss for Life. That's 3010 Weight Loss for Life. Here's the phone number, 855-843-3010. That's 855-843-3010. Or just go online to 3010 Weight Loss for Life.
I love My Pillow. It's the best pillow I've ever slept on. And when somebody said to me, "You should try a My Pillow," I was so skeptical. I said, "I'm fine with my down pillow," and it was really expensive. And then they said, "Just try it." So I did. I tried My Pillow, and now I am in love with it. What I found with My Pillow is it stays fluffed up, it stays plump, and it doesn't get hot. My old pillow, I had to flip to the other side because it was cool, and then you'd wake up a couple hours later and have to flip it again. And the difference between My Pillow and those fancy down pillows? Other than they're awesome, they don't have that same insane price tag. Right now, you can take advantage of the 4-pack special, 2 classic My Pillow, 2 Go Anywhere My Pillow for half off. You just need to use my promo code KZOK. All right, so you can call them 800-304-4756. That's 800-304-4756 and use the promo code KZOK. You can also go to the website mypillow.com with promo code KZOK. The 4-pack special. 2 premium pillows, 2 Go Anywhere My Pillow, half off. mypillow.com with promo code KZOK.
It is 7:03, and I'd like to invite you to stay with us to 7:20. We've got to get to an exclusive pre-screening of Black Panther.
There's a video that surfaced just in time for the Super Bowl that shows a woman opening a beer with her shoe. And it's a really strange video because it's really quick, but she takes off her shoe and just kind of goes whap, whap. And
Oh, because I've not seen it. I heard you talking about it. I assumed I didn't have the visual. Now I get it.
So you've seen, this is going to sound crazy, the champagne bottle, and somebody takes a sword or a saber and they sort of slice it, and that's how they open a champagne bottle. That's what her video looks like, only it's a shoe and it's a bottle of beer.
So aside from the fact that it's not a saber and it's not champagne, it's twins.
Same motion.
Right.
She
Exactly
just
like
goes thwap,
Right.
and then she puts her shoe back on and goes gloom, 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 and she kind of looks like a badass. And I've never seen that one before. I've seen plenty of people try to impress others opening up a beer with something else, like a lighter.
Yep, I've seen that done 100 times. I never quite got the hang of it. I used to be able to bite one off.
Oh, jeez,
wow.
Danny.
But that's probably one of the many reasons I don't have a whole bunch of legitimate teeth anymore.
Well, and I've seen people try to open a beer in a door jam. That one seems efficient, but that's...
Oh, I've done that, or on the counter.
Yeah.
But
just
don't
put
you
the-
get like wet when you think? Because I've done that. You do it sideways, right?
Yeah, or like I do it on the counter too, where you just
No, I saw this guy open a beer with his Who's It friends.
Who would do something like that?
I said private parts because I thought scrotum was a little strong at this hour.
Yeah.
But that's what we're talking. Yeah, you did see that. That's a real thing.
I did, unfortunately. Have you noticed, though, opening beers with different devices is desperation. This woman learned it as sort of a party trick.
I've seen and even slowed down the saber to the champagne bottle thing. It breaks the bottle.
It does?
Most people wouldn't drink it after it takes the top right off the bottle.
I thought the whole purpose was
No,
you did.
I thought so too. That's why I slowed it down to make sure I was seeing that bottle break, and it takes the
Oh.
whole top off. And it's a jagged or angled slice, like no normal person would drink out of that. Well, not out of it, anybody, but I'd pour it through a straight. Well, I wouldn't care. I'm a drunk. You give me champagne and say there's some glass in it. I don't care. But yeah, it breaks the bottle.
I've seen people want to have a party trick. If you're with a group of people and they want to have something that they can impress you with. And one, for a long time was I can tie a cherry stem. Like you put the whole cherry in your mouth and then you eat the cherry.
Is
and you
there
tie the
anybody though
stem.
that can't do that? Like I saw it as if it was really neat, and then I went, "Wow, let me try that," and then I just did it.
Oh, I
Yes.
can't do it. I assume.
Have you tried it and failed? You can't do it.
Yeah, I assumed that it was a trick that nobody was doing it.
No,
but they
everybody can do it.
They put a pre-tied cherry stem in their mouth, and then
Wow, whoever that, and isn't it a girl usually?
yeah,
I mean, it's not very often that guys are coming up to you and going, "Watch me tie this thing."
every now and again.
So you
One of
think
them was you.
These girls are. So you've seen me do it.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, look at me go.
But he's seen you tie a cherry, and I have seen you open beer bottles with your Who's It friends.
I'll try this one, Paul. Try and say unique New York 10 times fast, but fast is the point of the game.
Unique New York. Nope.
There you go.
Can't even do one.
But that's
Unique
good. That
New
makes
York,
me look
unique
better
New
because
York.
that's the one I can do.
Nice.
And then I started around and people can't do it, and then I do it, and then I'm a god.
Let's hear it.
Well, no, I don't have to now. Yeah. Unique New York, 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 unique New York. I kind of went south on the end there.
No, that was
No,
good.
you-
that
I couldn't
was
do it.
awesome.
I
Once.
can't do toy boat.
Toy boat, toy boat.
No, you can't
toy
either.
boat.
That's a Canadian beat.
Yeah.
Toy boat,
Toy canoe,
toy
toy canoe.
boat, toy boat.
Well, you guys
Oh, you're doing
listening.
it better than me.
What is your party trick? If something other than tying a cherry with your stump or saying unique New York. What is it for you? Call us now. Let us know at 800-252-1025.
All right, some lady can open a beer bottle with her shoe. I can say unique New York 10 times fast. What is your party trick? Give us a call, 1-800-252-1025.
Let's talk with Josh in Shelton.
Hey, Josh.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, it all started off as a joke a long time ago. We were all at a pit party, and my buddy wanted a beer. He wanted to get everybody's attention, so he just kind of stood up at the party and proceeded to smash his beer bottle over his head, and everybody started handling beer bottles. Well, after that, it was just a kind of a going joke. When you wanted a beer, you reached over to smash the beer bottle across the back of his head, and he'd hand you a beer.
Well, that's a terrible party trick.
Yeah.
Is your friend in a home now? Is he all right? Is he paralyzed? Does he smell toast?
No, well, we stopped doing it when we were drinking whiskey, and we were drinking Jack, and we finished 1/5, and I reached over to whack him in the back of the head to break the bottle, and it knocked him out, and he just kind of fell forward.
I was going to say this seems weird, but probably not surprising that I have some experience in this area. Bottles break differently.
Yeah.
I've been smacked over the head with a bottle, and I've smacked a guy over the head with a bottle. And when I smacked the guy over the head with the bottle, it did nothing. It broke in a million pieces, and it didn't even slow him down.
Yeah.
But when I was hitting the head with the bottle, it knocked me off my feet, and I just laid there to see if I was all right. So I think it depends on who's doing the swinging.
Definitely.
And it sounds like Josh and his friends might not have been all right before they were smashing beer bottles.
That's why
across
he's
the-
named after joking, Josh.
Right.
Vinny and
I thought
Renton,
that
do
was
you have
exceptionally cool?
a party trick, Vinny?
Hey, good morning, you people.
What do you mean, you people?
That's right. Hi, guys.
Hi.
What's up, Vinny?
I'm still laughing with Derek. I can flip you off with my toes on both feet.
You can flip us off with your
Whoa.
toes?
Disgusting. You say,
Most-
give me a minute. I'm so
Yeah.
pissed off right now. Give me a minute to take off my shoe and
Right.
stuff.
Most toes don't operate independent of one another. Your big toe, but then the other two don't operate independently. So that's a pretty amazing party trick. You try it when you get home.
No, I'm with you, and I don't think. Is that what you do? Your toes, you do it independently. One toe stands straight up and flips somebody off, while the other four curl.
No, I just use the second toe right next to the big one on both feet.
All right, then.
So he can't really.
So not the middle toe.
Right, not the actual middle toe.
Well, that's
well,
I'm
thank
not
you,
all
Vinny.
impressed with his party trick anymore.
I
it's
know,
still
I was-
weird that he can make any toe stand up, but that one's less impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Thank you, there,
800-252-1025. What is your party trick? There's a new video that shows a woman opening a beer with her shoe. Some people specifically try to learn to tie the cherry stem with their tongue. Haba Dave from Guam, guys, is all about party tricks. He showed you some magic
Actual tricks.
right?
I don't think does that count? Because he does real tricks. They're pretty good.
Yeah, but you learn that to go to a party and say, pick a card, any card.
You learn that so chicks will go, ooh, a magician.
Yeah.
Jeremiah in Seattle, what's your party trick?
Good morning, Sunshine.
Good morning, sweetheart. What's up?
I don't know if it's all in there as a party trick, but you remember when you'd have that one person that pull out dad's shotgun or whatever and that, and you'd take a hit off a tube and they'd open a breach and then somebody'd be on the other end recipient of the barrel and you blow the smoke through.
Now,
and get
Sarah
a
looks
buzz of
startled.
life.
Sarah looks startled.
horrified.
I've done it 100 times. I
That's
wonder if it's an
insane.
age thing. Have you done it, Paul?
I've seen it done, yeah.
You've seen it done like in live and in person, not
Yeah.
on Twitter or some such
Nope.
thing? Yeah.
That's crazy.
But, well, here's the thing about doing it through a shotgun. In most shotguns, the way you do it is you have to open the breech of the shotgun. There's no way it can shoot you.
All
You're
right.
just going to get smoked. But there are other kinds of shotguns where it's still a shotgun and you blow down the pipe and the other guy. I wouldn't do that one.
No
Right.
way. I've seen people do party tricks with weed that sometimes people can make it come out their ear.
Yeah. And I've seen people make water come out their eyes.
I've
No,
seen-
smoke come out their eyes.
Ooh, I've seen people put milk out their eyes. That's not a cool party trick. That's really
That's
gross.
not a cool party trick.
Rob,
I saw a lady, she made milk come out her, and I thought that's the most amazing trick. And I went, oh,
Really?
she's lactating. That's
Yeah.
not that weird.
Rob in Covington, what is your party trick?
Okay, good morning, you guys. So here's how it goes. I grab the beer bottle with my right hand. I pull the top, not a twist up. I pull the top off with my left hand. What most people don't realize is I have a tungsten ring, and I connect the ring to the bottom of the top and just
Nice.
pull it off.
But you know what you got there?
That's a good
Rob?
trick.
You got two party tricks. One, if anybody thinks, look at that guy, he's doing a non-twist off beer with just his bare hand. Party trick number one.
Yeah.
But opening your beer with a ring is kind of a cool party
Right.
trick,
I
to be
agree,
honest
yeah.
with you. Yeah.
What about you, Bill in Lakewood? What's your party trick?
Yeah, I like to convince kids they have 11 fingers. So
Well, I
All
don't
right.
think,
This is
I don't
my
think I
friend
want to
Bill.
follow up on
What-
that.
What's up there, Bill? What do you got? How do you do that? No, really, kids,
ask
that's my
him.
finger.
Yeah. All right.
Bill. Margaret in Tacoma, good morning.
Oh, standing on your head against the wall, which is hard enough. But my brother used to do this routinely when we had a few too many beers, and down a beer,
Oh,
and try to
wow.
get anybody in the room to do it. And he did. He successfully got many to try.
I will tell you this, Margaret. If you're wasted and you stand on your head and drink a beer upside down, I think you passed Danny Bonadici's DUI. You're fine. You don't get one. Just, at some
You
point,
have that
should be,
skill.
yeah, no, you're
You're
good.
all right.
You're fine.
How does it not come out your nose?
I've tried it. I can stand on my head like real well. I can just flip upside down and stand on my head. So I've tried. How do I improve this little party trick? And I've tried drinking upside down.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Tori, you're all about doing headstands. Have you tried drinking beers or gin and tonics that way?
Oh, gosh, no, I might need to now, though.
Do you really stand on your head or you lean up against the wall person?
Okay, I have something to assist me. It's like this thing you...
Some guy that you met at a bar?
Yeah, precisely.
What is it? It's like a piece of yoga equipment?
Yeah, it's like this stand and you stick your head through it and you just put your shoulders on it.
Cheater, pumpkin
Yeah.
eater.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. It helps.
Watch a man do it.
Oh, geez. All right,
Oh,
Danny.
no.
Oh gosh, this is a real life party trick happening in front
Oh,
of us.
jeez. Oh, Danny. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I can do it better, but I got to be on the radio.
Tori, what is your party trick?
Okay, so when I get pretty drunk, I start quoting Edgar Allan Poe poems by heart. And do you want to hear a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, this is pretty fast. Death was in that poisonous wave, and in its gulf a fitting grave, for him who thence could solace bring to his lone imagining, whose solitary soul could make an Eden of that dim lake.
That's just from her head. She's not looking at
That's
anything.
pretty great. I got confused. I
'Cause
thought
you
she
did a
said
headstand.
I thought she said I like to quote Edgar Allan Poe by heart.
Right,
And I
exactly.
didn't even know they covered him.
Ann and Nancy Wilson. Yeah.
Tim in Everett, what's your party trick, buddy?
I have a cat. His name is Gomez, and Gomez only has 3 legs. And sometimes when I have parties, I'll make bets with my guests and say, hey, I can throw my cat up in the air, and he'll only land on 3 legs. So I throw my cat up in the air, and he lands on 3 legs. And then when they see he's only got 3 legs, they go, well, he's only got 3 legs. I go, well, you
So
still
what?
lost the bet. Pay up.
You win that bet totally. That's a totally good bet, man. I love it.
Derek, what's your party trick?
Well, I learned recently I have a new skill because I lost a bet and I owed a friend some money. And he goes, there's another way you can pay this off that doesn't involve money. Oh, that sounds bad.
It does, in case you're wondering.
It really does.
So he goes, you got to drink a beer, but you're not going to drink it through your mouth. And all I guess I can say is that it involves a funnel and a tube. And I can drink a beer that way.
Wait, like
You
Stevie
swear to
Nicks?
God you can do
or
it?
is this his
Like,
nose?
no, like more like Steve-O from Jackass.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I know, right?
Disgusting.
It's a little cold, though.
I've read all about it. It's a thing.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
It's
You
a
just
thing
gotta,
the kids
you
are
ju-
doing.
Danny, you just got to relax, buddy.
I'm in. Is that considered a relapse? Can I do that?
I don't think you could do that.
no, please don't.
On that note, I think it's time to play Pick the Panther.
Pick the Panther.
It's for your shot at tickets to an exclusive pre-screening of Black Panther, one of the most anticipated movies of the year. If you would like to play and win, call right now, 800-252-1025. We're playing Pick the Panther for your chance to win a pair of tickets to an exclusive pre-screening of Black Panther next Monday night at a secret, undisclosed location.
Is that all true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every single bit of it. Yeah.
That's cool. 'Cause
We'll
I
let
knew
the
it's a
winner
party.
know.
We rented out a theater, right?
Yeah, it's a special screening that just we have access to.
Right. You can't buy
awesome.
tickets to this?
Right, and you can't just show up. That's why we're
Neat.
not giving the location. Otherwise, people will just show up.
Well, to
But
win,
we'll tell the winner where it's
Good.
going to be.
That's what my question.
we blindfold them.
No, not like that.
To win, you will have to correctly identify the famous panther from Danny's Clue. Our contestant is ready to be blindfolded. His name is Jamie in Algona.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm so excited, and I really want to win.
All right. Are you ready to? Here's the important question. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Totally, man.
All right, man. How about the game? You understand? My third favorite quarterback. I still like him a whole lot. He's big and he's bad. And coincidentally, he plays for this team, the only team in the NFL that fits the theme of this game. Can you pick the Panther?
Tim Tebow of the Black Panthers?
Let me check the rule book. No, according to this, you're a crazy person, Jamie.
Then can you pick the name of the team?
Maybe it was me. Paul, you want to read
Name
that
of the
clue to him?
team.
No, you did great.
I did. All right.
The name of the team. You're going with which, Jamie?
Oh, the Black Panthers?
All right.
All right, I think we're
Sorry,
going to give it a try.
that is incorrect.
All right, let me just say this off the air so that I don't have to read this again. This Panther is the name of the team. Those are the first 6 or 7 words on Paul's clue.
Oh, are we throwing Paul under the bus because Jamie didn't
And
get that one?
backing up over him.
I don't know that I'm responsible for Jamie's response there.
All right. Well, I didn't think it was going to be this hard. As far as I
That's
know,
what she said.
he was not a Black Panther. So let's go to Derek in Linwood.
Is that Bobby Seals? All right, Derek in Linwood.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Would you like me to read the clue one more time?
I think I got it, but you guys want the NFL team?
Yes.
Is what you're looking for?
Yeah, it's
So
Pick
the
the
Carol-
Panther, dude.
The Carolina Panthers,
It
right?
would be, in fact.
That is
I would have
correct.
accepted the Panthers.
The only team in the NFL that
Right.
fits the theme of this game.
You know what we
It was
did? We
pretty-
scared people, making them think it was far harder than this.
Yeah.
No, you're good, man. You're going to a private screening of Black Panther.
Nice, Derek. You're going to the Jeep Winners window in our lobby to pick up those tickets. This is an exclusive pre-screening of the movie. You've got a bonus chance to win tickets. Go to the contest page at KZOK.com or join us again tomorrow at 7:20 for another exciting round of Pick the Panther.
This traffic report is brought to you by Geico Careers. On I-5 southbound at Berkeley Street in Lakewood, we do have an accident that has been cleared but still causing some minor delays. And on Highway 203 southbound between 288th Avenue and Woodinville Duval Road, we are also seeing some stop and go traffic there, about a 10-minute delay. Geico in Seattle is expanding. They need great people like you to join their team. If you are looking for endless growth opportunities and the ability to make an impact every day, then Geico is the career for you. Apply today, geico.jobs/Seattle. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
I am crazy about the pillow I sleep on. I know that might sound a little bit nuts for me to say, but if you don't have a good pillow, you don't get a good night's sleep. It's like when you go camping and you wake up and you realize you've been tossing and turning and your back hurts and your neck hurts. It shouldn't be like that if you're in your own bed, but that's the case for a lot of you, isn't it? A flat, lifeless pillow. Well, it can change your life to sleep with My Pillow. It will. They guarantee it. My Pillow comes with a money-back guarantee. Try it. If you don't like it, return it. My Pillow also comes with a 10-year warranty. Do you have a pillow that comes with a 10-year warranty? I don't think so. You can also put My Pillow in your washer and dryer and it's like new again. You're going to love My Pillow. Hey, it's also made in the USA. You can feel good about that. Right now they've got a 4-pack special going on. 2 My Pillow premium pillows, 2 Go Anywhere My Pillow for half off. You just need to use my promo code KZOK. Call 800-304-4756, 800-304-4756, or go to mypillow.com with promo code KZOK.
You know, everybody wants to impress their Valentine on Valentine's Day. I know I want to impress my little sweetie and my beautiful wife, Amy, but it doesn't always go as planned. I will tell you a rookie mistake. One is getting the wrong gift, and I'm going to help you with that right this second. The other is thinking, we've been together 10 years. She doesn't really care about a Valentine's Day gift anymore. Dude, you couldn't be more wrong, and nobody will tell you this. You just all of a sudden have a sad Valentine in your life because you didn't get her or him a gift, and they don't know that you thought, oh, we just been together. What I'm saying is, it's Valentine's Day. Do something special now. I got to wait for you to do it. Think inside the box this Valentine's Day. It's a one-of-a-kind gift. It's from my friends at Pro Flowers and Sherry's Berries. It's beautiful flowers and hand-dipped chocolate strawberries. You can't get any better than that except a great price, and I'll help you out on that. Right now, my listeners, that's you, can save 20% on any one-of-a-kind perfectly paired combinations or any other gift over $29. All you got to do is use my promo code, which is Danny. The flowers are gorgeous. The berries, every year I've had those berries. They're outlandishly good. I've been in profiles for almost 25 years now. Couldn't recommend them more highly. Pick the delivery date, and it is guaranteed customer satisfaction. Always number one with your pick or your money back. Hurry in today. Next week is Valentine's Day. There's only one way to get the 20% off the perfectly paired gift for over $29, featuring the beautiful blooms from Pro Flowers and freshly dipped strawberries from Sherry's Berries. So visit proflowers.com today, enter my code, which happens to be Danny, and then check out. It's just that easy. That's proflowers.com with my code Danny.
This is Tori with your weather report, brought to you by Lucky Eagle Casino and Hotel. It's going to remain mostly cloudy today, a chance of occasional showers, but for the most part it should stay dry. Highs in the low 50s, and it's currently 45 downtown Seattle. Get ready to shake, rattle, and roll with Justin Shandor, the ultimate Elvis impersonator concert band at Lucky Eagle Casino and Hotel on Saturday, February 17th as part of the Lucky Eagle Live Free Concert Series. Shows are free. Details at luckyeagle.com. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
It is, in fact, the big news of the day and is brought to you by our friends at Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE, or you can go online to goldbergjones.com. And by the way, a reminder that tomorrow at this very time, Rick Jones will be joining us in studio. So if you want to say, hey, I'd like to save a whole lot of money but still get a divorce before I can't write it off anymore, I'm going to call in. I'm going to talk to Rick Jones tomorrow morning right here.
One of the big news stories of the day involves Harley Davidson. Amid slumping sales, Harley Davidson will attempt to attract younger riders by offering its first production ever, an electric motorcycle.
Yeah, I've heard about this for a couple of years now that they're going to do that. And they're not trendsetters, if you will. A lot of people are designing electric motorcycles. The electric bike craze has got people really thinking about it. But a Harley, is it going to have a tape recording of this sound to play when you're riding down the streets to show everybody I'm on a Harley?
Well, the concern is slumping sales. Part of that is that younger people are not buying Harley Davidsons. Their priorities are different. It's not going to be about the sound. It's about being eco-friendly.
Right.
It's about saving money on gas.
And scooters are still a hot thing with young people, I believe.
Now, they said they will be putting this first bike out in 18 months. It does not have a name yet.
Steve. Tebow.
You don't think they'd go with Harley?
No.
According to Harley Davidson, the performance will not be an issue. It can ton up at 100 miles per hour. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I think it's a typo. I don't think it means anything.
TON-UP. This is from Harley Davidson.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It can do 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds.
It's fast. It's not motorcycle fast, but it's still, you don't need to go that fast.
Right.
You know, cars off the line, whether they can go 0 to 60 faster than, you're at a red light and you say go. And if you want to obey the law, you're doing 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. So, under 4 is pretty fast.
Well, electric motorcycle from Harley Davidson coming in about a year and a half.
Here's the thing, and I've seen bumper stickers and patches on vests of people who ride Harleys, like our friend what's our big bald buddy in Philly's name?
Oh, Big Ray.
Yeah, right. Completely. So he has a thing that says loud bikes save lives. And what that means, first of all, I think it's crap. It's just you want to have your bike being super annoying.
Yeah.
But there is well, you can't see a bike like you can see a car, but you can hear it if it's one of the Harleys. And electric bikes, I'm assuming, will make no noise at all. So how are you going to know they're there?
Most of them add sound because it's same with the cars. They don't make any sounds.
Right.
You have to add something, otherwise people don't hear the
Do
car behind
Teslas
you.
have a sound?
They do.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they added
'Cause
it.
I know that my camera phone makes a sound, not because it needs to, but so it can alert the other people in the gym. You know, that's what
That you're
people are
taking
taking naked pictures of
secretly
people.
taking
Yeah.
pictures of them. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Teslas and Elon Musk, today is a big day because Elon Musk is going to go somewhere no one has gone before.
He says that. Everybody says that.
Well, he's doing it.
2 times, honey, I swear.
At 11:30 today, he is doing another launch of SpaceX and sending one of his Tesla Roadsters into space.
So when you say he's going to go somewhere no one's ever been, he's actually sending a car
His
somewhere
company.
a car has never been.
Yeah, he is sending his own vehicle into outer space.
I find that less fascinating than Elon Musk going in a rocket ship.
But
It's
why
a-
is he doing it? Why send the Tesla up?
Well, I have guesses, but Sarah's right there. She'll tell us.
Well, he said that he wanted to do something, like I said, that nobody's done before. Cars never been to space. He wants to change the rules.
Well, a car that you would recognize as a car, things that you drive in and give propel you have been on the moon. They've been on Mars. I think Elon Musk is just a crazy person. Is what I think.
Well, if this launch succeeds, the Falcon Heavy will rank as the most powerful rocket in operation today and the mightiest space vehicle to blast off from the United States since NASA's Saturn V rockets carried astronauts to the moon 45 years ago. And it will likely give SpaceX a leg up on rivals who are seeking contracts with NASA, the military, and satellite companies.
Is that because of the heaviness of the payload, the
Yep.
car being in there?
Yep.
Because that's one of the bigger problems. And I have not checked this out in years, but I think it's still the case. The batteries are so heavy for these cars. It's amazing that they work, let alone go fast. But they've worked out some of these bugs. I love this guy. I hope he doesn't do anything stupid because it seems like he's going so fast. Like I'm still thinking about his hyperlink.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's in a spaceship, and he's also making pure water in Africa.
And
This guy's
flamethrowers.
and flamethrowers. Like this guy could do something stupid, but right now, I'm a fan.
Well, this thing is going to be just insanely big. And they said if this goes off without a hitch, which most of them have, and
Yeah, but the hitch is usually it blows up completely and would kill anybody that
Right.
might have been on it. That's
Yeah.
a bad
The
hitch.
Falcon rockets that they're doing have had mostly successes. I think they've had like a 95% success rate.
That's
But he
amazing.
also does the reusable thing. He makes it land on the deck of a barge. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So they're going to be broadcasting on their website, spacex.com, starting at 10:10. Doing the math in my head, it's Eastern time. So 10:10 Pacific time. It'll also be on YouTube. And people are going to be pretty riveted. They said the weather's looking good, that this could be the next step to sending regular humans up for vacations.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that care.
There is a new ice cream that is being sold. The inspiration is from Italy, but this is being sold right now in Scotland. And I wonder if you would be willing to try it.
My money is on yes.
You need to sign a waiver. It is called Respiro del Diablo,
Oh, the spirit of the devil.
the breath of the
Ah,
devil.
the breath of the devil.
It is what they claim to be the hottest ice cream.
Oh, I'm completely in. Completely in. Do I have to go to Scotland to get it?
Right now you would. These peppers that they're using are so hot that the people working at the cafe scooping the ice cream have to wear gloves. This is a handmade ice cream.
Yeah, no, and goggles and all sorts of stuff with these ghost peppers and that kind of stuff,
Yep.
scorpion peppers.
This is 1,569,300 Scoville scale on the Scoville scale,
Yep.
which means the ice cream is 500 times hotter than Tabasco.
Wow. Well, I want to try some, but I now get that it's a full-blown novelty. Nobody's going to eat this and go yummy, right? People are going to eat this and try and tough it out.
People have been eating it, and they said it's sort
Do
of
you
that.
put just a tiny bit of that pepper in, like some really good ice cream?
You have to sign a waiver because they're concerned that some people, like when you do a chicken wing challenge, you have to sign a waiver in
Yeah.
case something crazy happens. What
Yeah,
if you
I'd do
die.
it. I'd try it, but I don't think it's gonna replace rum raisin for me.
You can't eat rum raisin, can you?
Yeah, let's go. I checked.
Oh,
Do you remember
wow.
the only time I've ever thought about that was something whiskey something, and Sarah said I couldn't have, and I said no, I don't think you've got a thing. And luckily, I was just about to eat it and think Sarah's stupid. And it turns out that I was about to eat it, and Sarah's not stupid. I called them. What, do you remember
Molly
this?
Moons.
Yeah, I called Molly
Yeah.
Moons. Said, "There's all the whiskey's cooked out." Oh no, Mr. Bonaducci, you die. Oh,
But
thank
in
you,
the
Molly.
rum raisin, they boil out
Yeah.
the ice
That
cream.
makes
Well,
sense.
it's for 8-year-olds. You can't get them drunk.
It didn't even
know.
occur to me because Molly Moons is handcrafted, but rum raisin that you get in the package in the
Right.
store, no, because then the little kids would get drunk.
Yeah, drunk kids, always funny.
According to YouTube, the most watched YouTube videos from the
Yeah.
so when people wanted to watch the commercials and see like if they missed it or wanted to watch it again, the most watched Alexa, followed by the Groupon Super Bowl commercial.
You know that lady wrote a book. That's what made this lady is the Groupon thing. Did you know the story about this lady? Either did I. My wife is a fan. The lady was doing a big movie with Queen Latifah and some other big African American star. She's a African American as well. And they invited her to some big fancy lunch. It cost like $8 million. And she couldn't afford it. And then she goes, "Hey, you want to go to this place and we can have mani-pedis?" And they went, and it was like a dive, but she had a Groupon. And everybody thought it was so funny that she, Queen Latifah with a Groupon,
Wow.
that the story became legendary. She's now written a book. She's got commercials.
wow.
Good on you, young lady. She wrote a book called The Black Rhino, and it's pretty funny.
I actually missed that commercial because occasionally
Right, gotta pee.
did have to go to the bathroom, but that's the second most watched on YouTube, and I'll have to watch it now since I have no idea what it was about. The Pepsi Generations came in third place, which I can get people wanting to watch again because there are so many famous people and
Right.
it went by so quickly. And I think we were talking yesterday about Joe Perry from Aerosmith. I think that might have been the commercial he was in.
That Steven Tyler was one, and he stood up, and he was the star of
Yeah.
it. The one I thought with Joe Perry was just kind of in the background.
Bud Light, the Bud Knight, came in at fourth.
Philly. Very funny.
Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan for Amazon Prime was at number 5. The Solo Star Wars
Yeah.
movie premiere at number 6, followed by Westworld, Jurassic Park, Avengers, and then the regular straight up Budweiser commercial.
Cool.
The most watched on YouTube. And that's the big news of the day. It is brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce for Men, 1-800-DIVORCE, or online at goldbergjones.com. Just another reminder that Rick Jones will be in studio tomorrow at 7:30 to talk about all things divorce for free.
And here's another reminder, don't go anywhere. Coming up in Sarah's Filthy Forecast.
It's Sarah with your filthy forecast. It has been downright balmy in the morning this week, almost like spring has sprung. Oh, pitchers and catchers. They report in just 6 days, they'll get their hands all over those balls, and just a few days later, the big wood. Oh, the bats will come out as well. It'll continue to feel like spring this week. Temperatures in the 50s, 40s, 30s. No matter what you're into, I'll tell you all about it Thursday. I think a wet spot's in store. With the best weather front in Seattle, I'm Sarah.
Well, there you have it. All right. Well, my goodness. I've been doing this with her like 7 years or something like that, or even longer. You'd think I'd get used to it, but no. Hey, we got more going on. Don't forget Whiskey Rocks. This is happening Saturday, March 10th, inside the Terrace Club at Safeco Field with great live music and over 100 bourbons and whiskeys that you can sample, my friends. Get all the details and buy your tickets right now at whiskeyrocksnw.com.
I'm Derek, and this traffic report is brought to you by Sterling Jewelers. Looking at the roads right now, and we are seeing some stop-and-go traffic on Highway 203 southbound between 288th Street and Woodinville-Duval Road. And earlier, we had an accident on Highway 512 eastbound at State Route 161, and you're still going to see some stop-and-go traffic from 9th Street as you make your way through that area. At Jared, they turn feelings into jewelry. It could be a piece that Jewelry Designs create just for Jared, or a piece custom-made just for you. The one unique gift that tells her how you feel. That's why he went to Jared. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Love, it's forever, and only one jeweler in town has engagement rings and wedding bands that are made with superior quality that is made to last a lifetime. And one jeweler who stands behind their quality forever. That place is Shane Company. You need to see their new collection. They have so many things just in time for Valentine's Day. They've also got a brand new collection of vintage-inspired rings if you're thinking about getting engaged. This is a fabulous time of year to do it. The latest collection is all vintage-inspired, and they're based on delicate antique art frames. These are only at Shane Company, and they're absolutely gorgeous. You need to go to the store in Linwood and see them for yourself. Of course, you can shop online as well, shaneco.com, and they're going to make sure that when you shop, you'll have everything in time for Valentine's Day. They've got wedding bands, by the way, with hearts. I mean, come on, Valentine's Day right around the corner. These are gorgeous. So no matter what you're in the market for, whether it's a ring or a pendant or bracelets, you need to go to Shane Company. Shop in store or online at shaneco.com. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business, Shane Company.
It is 8:03, and I'm just checking out the iHeartRadio app. I don't know if you guys have the thing yet or not. It's pretty friggin' clever. Here's what happens with the iHeartRadio app. You're in charge of the music that you hear with custom stations tailored for your taste. Neat, I get it, but dig this. You start by searching an artist that you love, and with that information, the iHeartRadio app will create you a radio station just for you. It sounds very awesome to me. Thumbs up or down, thumb up or down to personalize it for you, and it's just that easy.
We were talking in the news about a Wisconsin funeral home who are luring in new customers by offering pizza parties. Come on in, plan your funeral, and get free pizza.
Right, because you could use them. Because I paid for a funeral 20 years ago, maybe more than that, and it was $7,000 for just the minimum cremation. So I don't know how much they are now, but now you see those life insurance commercials. It makes sense to me.
It's from what I understand, it is extremely costly, and they are trying to get people to get their plans together. You know, it's a big burden on somebody's family.
Yep.
If Grandma Jane dies, somebody's got to bury her and figure it all out. So the Wisconsin Funeral Home is trying to get people involved with pizza. Because
That's a good
everybody
way.
loves pizza.
Everybody loves pizza.
Everybody loves pizza.
But
They
come on.
say everybody loves ramen, but I don't believe it. But everybody loves pizza.
But still, at the end of the day, that's a pretty strange marketing campaign. That's
Oh,
a pretty
yeah.
strange business plan.
Well, yeah, no, I have to agree with you. You say I want to get more people in here disposing of their loved ones in an efficient and costly manner. Let's have pizza. It seems odd to me.
Yeah, the one that makes me think of you that I find a very strange marketing campaign, strange business altogether, is the poopery.
Couldn't agree more. Crazy, unnerving, uncomfortable. And I don't know why they made her have an English accent, but it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about poop.
But well, when have you seen a strange business idea or marketing campaign other than poopery?
Once it was known that cigarette smoking caused cancer, and then once it was known that the actor playing the Marlboro Man was dying of lung cancer, they continued with the Marlboro Man as an advertising ploy for the next decade.
Yeah,
that
is
seemed
odd.
weird to me.
Well, you guys listening, when have you seen a strange business idea or marketing campaign? What was it? Join the conversation by calling 800-252-1025.
There is a funeral home in, where the hell is it?
Like Wisconsin.
It's Wisconsin, someplace
Minnesota.
like that. I thought Chicago, wherever the hell it is. It's someplace we're not going, but where we all going, we all are going to die. And he has to beat his competitors. So this guy has come up with a pizza party. Come into my funeral parlor. I'll tell you how that's going to work, how we'll dispose of your loved one, and we'll have pepperoni why we do it. The question is, have you ever seen a publicity or marketing campaign that seems a little odd to you? 1-800-252-1025.
All right, let's talk to Doug in Seattle.
Hey, Doug.
Hi, Danny. How are you? I love your show.
Well, thanks, man. How's it going?
Good.
All right, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm a two-time cancer survivor, and I realized real quick that everybody wakes up in a wood box and drives a metal box to a concrete box and stares at a plastic box all day long. And I watched a sailing rally that goes from San Diego to Cabo, and they call themselves the Baja Ha.
Yeah, I know those guys, actually. Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, so I started the Coho Ho Ho.
All right, now you're going to have to explain this to us, because I'm assuming I have it, but I'm not going to drive my metal box to my steel box to my plastic box. I just want to know what the Coho Ho Ho is. Does it involve prostitution? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
No, not yet.
All right.
We basically take boats and we help educate them in potluck seminars, and then we sail from Seattle down to San Francisco, San Diego, and take your time once you get to San Francisco.
How long does it take?
Coastline's beautiful. I've done it in less than 4 days, and I've had it take over a couple weeks to get to San Francisco.
Because I would love to go on the Coho Ho Ho. I've never been on I'm a licensed skipper. I could get anywhere in the world on a sailboat, I believe, yet I've never done it. Furthest I've gone is 22 miles. No, so I went to Seattle. So, I mean, to Catalina. So 30 miles is what I've done. I would love to do that. What part of the time of the year do you do it?
We have 12 Tuesday night seminars. They're potluck, casual, money-back guarantee. I bring in experts like Ballard Sales and Port Townsend Rigging and all sorts of wonderful people, and they share what they know about going offshore. I'm also a licensed skipper, and we help people become responsible for their journey.
Well, that sounds absolutely bitchin'. And when you get ready for this year's, will you please give me a call and possibly invite me? Do I have to buy my way onto this boat? Because I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah, well, there's all sorts of different ways. Sometimes people will pay you to go down, and other times...
no, I know about that one.
Go on board.
All right, well, call me up
Doug,
next
reach
year,
out
bro.
again.
I would appreciate hearing from you.
And you notice when you asked about the prostitution, he said not yet.
Not yet.
So they have
But
future plans.
What is the co-ho-ho-hos if it ain't Christmas?
Right.
Thanks, man. Call me up later in the year when you're going to do that. I would love to go if I can.
The question we're asking you guys right now at 100.
I'm sorry. I just always said if I ever talk to you, first thing I'm going to ever say is K-Pasa, because that was one of the funniest episodes you ever did in your life.
Well, now you got to be a little more specific than that. What episode was it? What'd I do?
Oh, you were trying to pick up some girl. And
Wow.
your brother was trying to pick up a girl, and you came in 70s clothes with the sunglasses and went, K-Pasa.
Well, it sounds like I was a
my
disgusting
God.
child, but I think I remember that episode.
That was my favorite episode
That
of
was
the
my-
Brady Bunch.
Well, thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. So what else you got for us? What's the strangest ad campaign you've ever seen?
Do you remember the Qdoba rats?
Mm-mm. No, I sure don't.
Qdoba Sandwich Company, right?
Yeah?
And for like 3 weeks, they kept on putting out on the television rats, some sort of strange rat, as their mascot.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to go to Qdoba to get these sandwiches, but they had these little strange rats running all over the
Okay,
place.
first of all, Qdoba's a Mexican
Yeah, that's what I
restaurant.
thought.
Are
They
you
make
thinking
burritos.
Of Quiznos?
Quiznos.
Quiznos.
Very nicely done, sir. I still don't know what the hell we're talking about, but
Hey,
I
I
know
don't
we're
remember-
talking about Quiznos now.
Yeah, I don't remember Quiznos rats.
I don't either.
Chuck E. Cheese has a big hairy
Yeah,
rat.
but they're not really delicious.
No.
Paul, have you seen a strange business idea or marketing campaign?
Yeah, one of the strangest and I think best marketing campaigns is there's billboards from Montana to Minnesota, and at some point every like 25 feet for a drugstore in Wall, South Dakota.
I think some of us have been there.
Yeah.
Have you been there? I've been there.
No, I've been there. And
So
like,
all three. So hey,
Yes.
you can't say it doesn't work. All three.
Oh,
It's
right.
in Minnesota or
no,
something.
it's amazing. And you'll be driving and it'll say like, do you want pie? Which yes.
Yes.
Of course. And it says, we've got pie. Wall drug just 227 miles ahead. And you're like, oh, okay.
You know what one is weird?
But that one works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's been on TV. I mean, I knew the second I saw one, I wasn't expecting to see it. I was taking my route across country and wasn't planning anything about it. And then I went, there they are. That's that place.
Thousands and thousands of billboards.
Yeah, craziness.
We are asking you, when have you seen a strange business idea or marketing campaign? Tori, have you seen one?
Okay, so every year I go to the punk rock flea market, and I walked in this year, and there was a place that I can't even say the name because it's so but they sold and they
Sniff them?
Yeah, I sniffed them. I got a little pink one.
Me too.
Oh, you walked right into that one, Tori.
That explains the black eye.
Somebody's got to call HR now.
Have you guys ever seen the party buses and they're clear? And so you can go have a party inside the bus and everyone can see what you're doing? No?
I don't want to see
Never
that.
even heard
either.
of it. Yeah,
That's the
weird.
question. Like, why would you want people to see what you're doing in there? And a lot of times it's scantily clad women, and they've gotten into trouble before because you can see them not wearing a whole lot of
Oh, well,
stuff.
now I'm in favor
involved
of
in
it.
this.
Like
How
bachelor
does
parties.
Derek not one of the bus drivers on that thing? How about this then? That we can all agree on this. Worst, but easily righted. Coolest monkey in the jungle. The ad campaign.
yeah.
Remember
That was
a
terrible.
little African American boy wearing a hoodie? This said coolest monkey in the jungle. How do you make that big of a mistake?
When have you seen a strange business idea or marketing campaign? John on Whidbey Island.
Hey, John.
I've got to say that farmersonly.com has got to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
You know, you're right. When you watch the commercial, like they have a commercial right now, and he said one farmer says to the other farmer, he says, "Where are you going to meet these girls? You got to meet a girl." And he says, "I'm going to, I don't want to do a farmersonly.com. I'm going to meet them out here." And the guy says, "Out here," and then they come back and it's 75 acres of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if it's a normal business plan, how many real farmers are there left in America today? 20? How does that hold up a business?
Well, they got to all stick together.
Right.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with farmersonly.com.
No, so farmersonly.com is a great idea. I'm just wondering how there's a farm aid thing by Willie Nelson and Neil Young because it's not working out that well.
I've still not gotten my check from that either. I don't
right?
know what's happening.
Derek, when have you seen a strange business idea or marketing campaign?
Well, as we all know, the Philadelphia Eagles are the world champions of the NFL currently.
Now, I think that the aggression in your voice is because I don't care. I give a rat's ass at all. I think this is directed right at Sarah's little face.
Maybe slightly. So there are some marijuana dispensaries around here that are trying to entice Eagles fans to come in and frequent their business. So I saw a strain recently called Nick Foles OG. And it's
what?
Exactly. OG Kush, and it's Nick Foles inspired, and you can get high and fly, Eagles fly.
Is there one that's made with horse manure?
No, there's not.
Actually, there is, I believe.
Did you guys see the video of the Eagles fan celebrating with horse manure?
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
What happened?
This dude licked horse manure off the ground. It was like one of the police horses.
Yeah,
that
they were
had
walking
taken a
behind.
deuce. Yeah.
They were walking behind him eating it.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, Philly, fly, Eagles,
Fly,
fly.
Eagles, fly.
Why are they doing that?
Because they're
it's
crazy. They're Philly
Philadelphia.
sports fans.
Wow, that's weird.
This traffic report is brought to you by Muckleshoot Casino. On I-5 northbound as you approach 13th Street in Chehalis, we do have an accident currently blocking the left lane. And you're also going to see some slow traffic on I-5 southbound in Fife between 54th Avenue and the Tacoma Dome. Get ready to laugh out loud on Thursdays at 8 p.m. with LOL Comedy Nights at Muckleshoot Casino. Enjoy a full night of boisterous, joyful, free entertainment inside Club Galaxy. Visit muckleshootcasino.com for showtimes. Muckleshoot Casino, the biggest and best in the Northwest. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Hey, it never hurts to have a little more cash on your hands, whether you choose it to have, buy a home or to pay down debt or even splurging on yourself. Maybe you want to do something really extravagant for Valentine's Day. Well, a great way to ramp up savings in this new year is to take out cash of your home's equity. With a cash out refinance, you have access to significant amounts of money that can help cover the cost of all sorts of things, like college tuition, home renovations, so many different things. You need to reach out to American Financing. Talk with one of their salary-based mortgage consultants. They are going to help you with your refinance. There really is a way to lower your monthly bill payments, a lower interest rate. They are already saving customers up to $1,000 a month. Plus, there are no upfront fees. You could close on your new loan in as fast as 10 days, and you might be able to postpone up to 60 days of mortgage payments. You need to call them. The number is 206-204-3200, 206-204-3200, or AmericanFinancing.net, NMLS 182334.
This is Tori with your weather report brought to you by Fred Meyer. It's going to remain mostly cloudy today. There's a chance of some occasional showers, but for the most part, it should stay dry. Highs in the low 50s, and it's currently 45 in downtown Seattle. Hey, seafood lovers, Fred Meyer has first of the season Dungeness crab, straight from the cold waters of the Pacific. It doesn't get much fresher than this. Bring home fresh, wild Dungeness crab for just $5.99 a pound. Fred Meyer, what's on your list today? That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
A woman was pronounced dead after she was blown. And flames were coming from one of the units of the building when the crews arrived. She was an elderly woman, was found inside of the apartment and unfortunately did not survive. No foul play is suspected, but they are currently investigating the cause of this fire. Congratulations to Seattle and Tacoma drivers. You enjoy 2 of the top 16 most congested commutes in America.
Oh, congratulations.
This is the results that are from the Global Traffic Scorecard from a company called INRIX. Seattle drivers spent an average of 55 peak hours last year stuck in congestion, finishing 9th in the United States.
So why doesn't that sound that horrible to me? Because
55 hours?
Yeah.
Well, think of it in terms of, though, everybody. So we're talking 9th in the United
Right,
States.
that sounds horrible to me. It's the 55 hours thing, but I'm probably computing it wrong because the 9th in the country when we're not the 9th biggest city.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the worst is Los Angeles. Always is. The worst in the nation and in the world.
What, LA's the worst in the world?
Yep.
Cool. I got to admit it, there's something that makes me happy when LA continues to suck.
Yeah.
There's just something about it that makes my heart just skip a beat.
So they tally up costs to go along with this. And in Los Angeles, $2,828 spent 102 hours in congestion.
Wow. Now you add that to the real estate prices there and the lack of any real culture that I see when I was living there for 30 some odd years. Why do it? Why spend $9 million on a house and then get stuck in traffic because you want to be a movie star?
Well, this is wild. Seattle made the international mark as well, finishing with the 20th worst congestion around major cities around the world.
Wow.
2 Russian cities made the top, Krasnodar.
That's all the people trying to get the hell out of Russia.
Yeah.
And St. Petersburg. We're losing money, and we're spending a lot of time in traffic. Congratulations. This morning, forecasters at AccuWeather churned up a tidal wave of confusion when the company sent New Yorkers a tsunami warning.
Really?
It was supposed to be a test, but AccuWeather pushed the alert to phones, 8:30 New York time, stating tsunami warning in effect.
When was this?
This morning.
Well, it can't be 8:30 New York morning time. It's 8:30 here.
Yes.
They're 3 hours
They're
ahead.
3 hours ahead of us.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I'm looking down. I see 8:30. Is this happening right this second? Right. Got it. Thank you.
This happened a few hours ago. They said that the tsunami warning is in effect until 9:28 a.m. The alert popped up on people's phones, and you had to click through something that then said, this message is for test purposes
It said,
only.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
They are apologizing. The Weather Service says that they did it. It was pushed out, but they're not sure why the test message, you had to have a click-through to get there. So just like that Hawaii, but it was caught a lot faster. The one in Hawaii wasn't fixed for a long time.
But they meant to send this, didn't they? Unlike the one in Hawaii.
They meant to send a test.
They meant to send a test. And they said they don't understand why the message went out as a warning. It was supposed to be a test. This is a test. Tsunami. This went out as a warning instead. And of course,
that's not good.
People in New York are pretty mad.
Aren't they always pretty mad?
Yeah,
the people in New York
in general, yeah.
Grocery store Aldi has removed thousands of packs of frozen mixed vegetables from its shelves after a customer says she found half a rat inside a bag.
You know, the other half was found in a Qdoba sandwich. If you were listening earlier, that's funny.
Pat Bateman, age 60, said she had just finished feeding lunch to her two-year-old granddaughter, was putting the packet back in the freezer when she looked at the bottom of the bag and saw the rat.
Half a rat.
Half a rat.
So they pull the vegetables, and then once they find the other half a rat, we're good, right? They can put them back on the shelf?
I don't know what the deal is on that because it might have touched shopping equipment, obviously, because it's chopped in half. Who knows what has to be sterilized? I don't care that much. I'd throw the rat out and continue to eat my vegetables.
I'd throw the vegetables out, too.
Go ahead, Tori.
I have an update on my rat thing.
Oh, that's right. You're trying to adopt a rat.
I'm
right?
trying to. Okay, so I sent in an application to get a rat, and I got a letter back, and they accepted it, but they say I have to wait 8 to 12 months.
What?
They're $3 at the store.
No,
and
they're
free
not.
in alleys.
Adopt, don't shop, Danny. Come on.
Not if they're going to make me, you know what, you give me the poor forlorn foster orphan rat right now, or I'm going to go to the rat store and buy a rat that knows where his parents are and how much money they make. Very
Tori,
sad.
if I go to a pet store, like there's a PetSmart right down the street, I just went there and got some cat food, and I see chinchillas and birds. There are no rats there?
No, they stopped a year ago. I don't
Why?
really know why.
Oh, because they're filthy animals and you shouldn't own one?
Hey, Paul, obviously people want them.
They're well, I don't know that you've got really great evidence of that, but you know, they're not bad groomers. They're not as dirty as people think, and they have far less of the plague that they did in about 1360. So you know, you could lick a rat if you want to. I just don't know why you'd want to.
Well, I mean, have you made some space in your freezer?
Yeah, I'm getting ready.
You are going to get one, though. You put yourself on the wait list.
I'm getting 2.
Oh, she's so weird.
Why are you doing what?
Oh, they told you have to do 2, right?
They get lonely, Danny.
You can't leave a solo rat home.
So
by
they
itself.
told you have to do 2.
They do.
And you said okay.
Yep.
You're an easier sell than some people I know.
A Texas real estate agent is drawing attention to her properties with signs bearing an unusual offer. $250 in free tacos with the purchase of this home.
It's kind of a good deal, really.
Yeah, sold.
We were just talking about strange marketing campaigns and the pizza.
Yeah,
and
I don't
the
understand
funeral
why
home.
it's 250 tacos precisely. I'm assuming that this means something to somebody in Texas. Either somebody owns the taco stand or there's something going on, right?
In Texas, it is illegal to offer anything above $50 in terms of a referral or a client gift. So what we've done is partner with our sellers and agreed to offer a $250 credit. And if they want tacos, they can have tacos, or they can just get it as a
And
credit.
they're only $1 each.
Yeah.
Wow, pretty cool, I guess.
Not every place has the red hot housing market that we have in Washington.
Right, sure.
Some places need a little taco incentive.
This is like Waco or something, because you think Texas is on the cutting edge of stuff. Dallas market's not slow at all. Austin,
Houston.
not bad.
This is the Houston market.
Wow.
Tacos. So people have been really taking to the tacos.
We got 250 tacos. If you come look at my listing or something, that's cool.
A rescued blue jay, not the
Toronto baseball player
from Toronto. No. Actual bird.
You're proud of yourself, Paul.
What's that?
An actual bird was recorded showing off one of its more unusual skills. This is in Florida, and it's a wild bird rehabilitation center. They got
so they were on meth. Some blue jays are out of their mind with the meth.
Somebody had been keeping a blue jay as a pet, which you're not supposed to do. Tori. Well, would you like to hear the special skill that this bird has?
He cooks meth.
Will you
Didn't you just
stop
tell us
talking
that?
about drugs?
Yeah, what's up with you and meth, Paul?
I thought we had established this bird
Here
cooks
is
meth.
the bird. It lived with cats and learned to talk like them. That's a bird meowing.
That was?
And that saves me from killing it. No, it's a question. I'm not saying I want to kill the blue jay, but it's a cat. It's a bird with a special skill.
And that way the cats didn't kill it because it
Well,
learned
that's a
to
special.
speak
The
their
cats.
language.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
what's it? Is it whales or dolphins that are speaking to us right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whales.
Whales
Whales are speaking to us.
They say hello and
Yeah.
shut up. I
Does
think
that surprise anybody that whales are smart?
Not even a little bit.
There's a video I just saw. You know, didn't Facebook just say they were going to cut down on all the cute videos we
The
saw?
viral videos, yeah.
I just saw one, though, that was so adorable. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a household that has a dog and adopted a raccoon. And it was adopted as a baby, and it thinks it's a dog. And the whole video is just it snuggling with the dog, and the dog is like its best friend.
It's super cute. Now, there's the same thing going on right here locally where the government came to this lady's house and took her domesticated raccoon away.
It's illegal. Yeah.
It's the saddest thing that is illegal. But the thing, there's no harm to anybody. It was cute. It doesn't go outdoors.
They are.
Paul, you
super
look skeptical
cute.
about my raccoon story.
No, because I've encountered some raccoons in the wild and they're not friendly animals.
No, but if you encounter dogs in the wild, they're called wolves. And a dingo ate your baby. They're all not friendly until they get
That
domesticated.
raccoon is still a raccoon in your house.
I looked it up, by the way, because I was curious after seeing this video what the life expectancy is. Only 2 to 3 years.
Yes, just, live with it till it dies.
Because normally
pet for
after 2 years,
returning.
you run one over with your car.
Right. Yeah, he's right. He lives out in the raccoon run over. You're telling me a life expectancy is 2 years
2 to 3 years of a raccoon.
It's unincorporated raccoon run overville.
I would have gone 10 years minimum with that.
Yeah, I would think so
too.
too. But they eat garbage. I mean, how long do you expect
And they
them to
get run
live?
over by cars. But I
Right.
still say 7-8 years minimum. They're big animals.
Plus, they
Googled
go
it.
to prison a lot because they're stealing.
And,
they got
and
those
you
masks
Googled it and
on.
you came up with 2 years? That's so weird.
After watching the video, because I was wondering what's going to happen when this dog dies, then the raccoon's not going to know what to do with
No,
itself.
but the raccoon's going to be dead.
Turns out the raccoon will be dead earlier than the dog. And congratulations to Charlotte Gutenberg. She has earned her place.
Oh, I just read her Bible. I just saw Police Academy. I can keep going. I can't
you?
really, no.
No.
Don't call me out on this. you
The Police
bastard.
Academy was a great
Thanks,
one.
man.
I drank their beer at Oktoberfest.
I guess.
Yeah. Have at
Town?
it.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. She has earned herself a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. Charlotte Gutenberg is a 69-year-old from Florida who has the title of the most tattooed woman in the world. She has 98.75% of her body covered in ink.
Ew, who had to do the downstairs?
I've only seen her waist up, and her face doesn't have tattoos,
Right.
but her hair is tattoos. But her face itself, her
Right.
eyes, everything around her face is not
So
tattooed.
that's the only portion that's not tattooed is
Yep.
her face.
Crazy.
I didn't even know that stuff would hold the ink.
She got her first tattoo at aged 50 and met her partner, Chuck, who is the most tattooed male senior citizen.
That's kind of weird that you would wait till 50 and then tattoo your entire body.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's had to be busy since 50 because they take a long time. My back, still not done, and it's 25, 30 hours so far.
Wow.
Are you planning on getting some more work done on it?
No.
You're still kind of over it
Yep.
because it hurts.
And I'm going to get new stuff now. I have the David Cassidy thing on my
tattoo,
chest.
yeah.
I got David Cassidy's last words, which, by the way, is just about weird enough.
To say you have David Cassidy's thing on your chest sounded a little weird.
No, yeah, usually forehead. But I
Man, you were just a kid,
you know, what
Danny.
was I going to do? That's all I was. Just walk into it. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I think we killed Derek.
Because he said to himself, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Dads are great for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Dads protect you from boys. They give you extra cash. They always side with you when you're in a fight and mom says no. And then they tell you cute little jokes, like the story of a Twitter user named Kira. She had shared some texting back and forths from her dad. And she said, "I'm coming home from work early. I have lady issues." And he said, "Oh, bleep. Which lady bothered you enough for you to go home? You want me to speak to that bitch?"
What?
Do you know what she meant when she said, "I have
How old is this kid again?
lady issues"? This is a 25-year-old
Oh,
woman.
oh. I don't know why I thought this person was 7.
No.
Okay, yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Yeah, so she sent it out to Twitter to share with people that dads are adorable, did not know what lady issues meant.
Wow.
He tried to have her back.
You know, I know specifically when a lady says I have lady issues, but just in life in general, there are so many lady issues that you got to, like walking through a minefield, man.
That's the excuse we use.
That is.
Most of the time, there's no lady issue in sight.
There's not even a lady sometimes.
If you've ever dreamed of packing up and moving abroad, well, this is a story for you.
What if she doesn't want to go?
Would you like to move to a rustic Italian village?
Yeah.
Would you like to move to Olalai, a village on the Mediterranean Isle of Sardinia?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
They have a lot of real estate, and you could buy one of their homes.
Do we get free tacos?
I think you're going to get, if you, we'll just calm down. I think you're going to get lots of free stuff. I got an idea what's happening here.
You can buy it for €1.
There you go.
Which is $1.25. You
Yeah.
can buy a home. Now, what you do need to do is live there.
Yeah, you have to sign a thing saying you'll stay.
You will refurnish your home, hand-woven baskets, and traditional celebrations. So you can, honest to gosh, buy this house right now for
It's
€1.
Oh, it's one house?
No, several houses.
Yeah. That's, I thought it was like a village that's dying.
Yep. And it's only
They're known
available
for their traditional celebrations featuring 8 people
Yep.
that are left.
Yep.
I know. I believe they do some crazy, wacky stuff on horseback every now and then, like once a year.
I am not sure, but they said they have a population issue, 2,250 people, now down to 1,300, and a lot of the homes are getting run down.
Yeah, my mother-in-law, I have not been there, although she paid for Amy to go in advance and all the other girls. She gave them all like an open-end ticket to this. You go to Tuskegee or wherever and turn left and drive an hour. But her husband's mom, I guess kids' grandmas, died recently and left him like a 300 or 400-year-old house in this little village. And that's what
so
they do on their
cool.
vacations.
Wow.
And they go and fix it up because it's a tiny little village. I thought, I don't even know that I'd recognize the name of it, to be honest with you. But that's kind of what's going on there. People are, there's no industry there. You can't get online in a lot of places, and that kills a lot of people that say, I can work from anywhere. No, you actually still can't.
Yeah.
Well, you can get your hands on one of these houses now through February 7th. So get on that. Oh, that's tomorrow. Get on that, Dooch Man.
All right.
Buy us a house.
Okay. For $1, I will buy us a house, but then don't we have to live there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, we need
Don't I have to buy us a radio station?
Yes.
Oh, give
Get
us
on
a
it.
K Sardinia.
A Michigan couple are expecting.
All right.
Normally, we wouldn't really talk about that much, except Jay and Kateri Schwand have 13 sons, and she is pregnant with 14.
Wow. Sons?
No, they do not know the gender. They said, at this point, having 3 is the same of having 10. What's the difference in having 10 and 12 and 13, 14?
Well, how about math, lady? There's the difference right there. 3 and 10. 7. There's the difference. There's your answer. Now, hold this aspin between your knees for about 7 years until you don't get pregnant.
She said, this is it. They are hoping for a girl after
Michael Jackson said the same thing. Oh, no, he was right. That's right.
And she said that they know this will be the last, but if it's a boy, it's a boy. Imagine having 14
So they don't care, just all
sons.
boys.
Well, they want a girl. They said they want a girl. But 14 kids is hard to fathom. 13 boys, it's hard enough to deal with
It's a
3
gang.
of you.
Right.
Well, if it's somebody else's kid, it's a basketball team. If it's my kid, it's a gang.
A Texas resident got home from work, couldn't find his dog. He looked everywhere, couldn't understand where is the dog. He looked inside the house. He looked outside the house. And then he heard a strange noise, looked up on the roof, thought it was just a squirrel up there. His dog was on the roof.
His dog's on the roof?
His dog is on the roof. He somehow climbed out the balcony and then jumped off the balcony onto the roof of the house and then could not get himself back down because he was too scared.
The mechanics of this seem kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, good.
So, the dog opened up the door and let himself out, or did
Yep.
somebody let the dog out?
Also, how do you jump off a balcony onto the roof?
Right.
So he has to
He's
jump
gotta
onto either
climb,
the
yeah.
neighbor's roof or the roof is set up that way. There's a lot of problems with this dog,
balcony
but whatever it
goes
is,
up further.
the dog ends up on the roof.
Who let it out?
I don't know who let the dogs out.
I certainly did not.
You didn't let the dogs out?
No.
Who let the dogs out?
Don't know.
Who let the dogs out?
You don't have to do that.
I thought for sure he wasn't going to do it. We
I
said
thought
it
he
like
wasn't gonna
9
do it.
times.
I thought he grew a pair of balls and said, I don't care what Sarah says.
Turns
I'm
out
a man.
do it.
He's
The
just bad at
Philadelphia
timing.
The Philadelphia Eagles won. I don't have to do what Sarah says, but no. Hear this clanging? That's the sound of my balls hitting each other, mister. Now, if you just hang on, I have one thing to do. Hey, hey! That's it. That's all you're getting.
Who let the underdogs out to stomp all over the Patriots? That's what I want to know.
Man. Nicely done.
I hate to admit it, but that was nicely done,
That
Derek.
was nicely done.
That is going to do it for news. However, music news is right around the corner. There is a big story about Aerosmith, some kind of concerning news about Aerosmith from the mouths of one of the band members. I shouldn't say member
It's
anymore.
coming from the bandmate's member.
If any part of Aerosmith is going to write a book, I think you should get one of the members. That's
I
funny.
can't wait to hear this
Dip
story.
that puppy in ink.
Stay
Tell a
tuned
story.
for that.
This traffic report is brought to you by Taco Bell. On I-405 northbound at Southeast 8th Street in Bellevue, we do have some stop-and-go traffic due to an accident that is blocking the left lane. And in Monroe on Highway 522 westbound between 164th Street and 405, we have some stop-and-go traffic causing about a 30-minute delay. Have you seen the trailer for Web of Fries? You need to. While the movie is shrouded in mystery, Taco Bell's new $1 nacho fries covered in Mexican spices and dipped in warm nacho cheese sauce are very real and delicious. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
If you have an elderly parent like I do who still lives at home, you've probably been through the stress of trying to find good in-home care for them. Well, I've been there and I have done that. I got a 93-year-old mom who just had her medications changed. You got to keep an eye on that. Let me tell you about ServeWell. They're a matchmaking service for seniors and senior care in the Puget Sound area, and they are awesome. If you need help finding quality care for your mother or your father who is aging, go to servewell.com, and here's how this works. You get to choose your service, your caregiver, and your price. Then you let ServeWell take care of all of the rest. ServeWell is more affordable than home care agencies, and I'll tell you why. Because they cut out the middleman costs, any cost that doesn't directly contribute to delivering care to your loved one. Genius. ServeWell's leadership has been in this business for over 30 years. You can get them. They're easy to get to. Go to servewell.com, like I said, and they can help you out for independent living. So whether it's housekeeping, personal care, grocery shopping, companionship, that's nice, or managing medications, which can be harder than it sounds, ServWell ensures all those caregivers are trustworthy and professional. Watching our parents age can be very stressful, so let ServWell help ease your mind. Go to servewell.com.
In a new interview, Joe Perry of Aerosmith admitted something a little bit unusual. During this interview, they were talking about recording new music and going into the studio. And he said, it's really about the tempo and about the schedule. Obviously, we've slowed down some from how we used to tour, but I'm not sure yet when we're going to go into the studio. He said, but we've got so many songs we haven't played in so long. There's other songs that we've never played. We've got all these songs, and sometimes I think about a new record, and I think, what's the point? We've got all these songs we've written already, albums that we'd love to play.
So is he saying what's the point of recording, or what's the point of touring? Or?
What's the point of putting out new music when they've got so many songs already?
All right.
We've got songs we've never played. We've got albums we've never played. Music that we've never performed live. Why would we go in the studio and record new music when we've got stuff that we could just play live for people that they're not that familiar with?
Okay. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
We might not get new albums. We might get a new song.
So when he says I've got all these songs, they're not recorded. They just wrote them down somewhere.
Yeah, both.
So he could release them.
He said we've got all these songs we've already written.
Or is he saying that there's a bunch of songs they already released that they never play live?
We've got all these songs that we've already written and have been on these albums that we would love to play. But songs that no one's heard, I would love to see us be able to play. These are just quotes.
No,
he's weird.
But
He's weird.
We're not mad at you. He's
I've got all these songs that
confusing.
nobody's ever heard on albums. What?
Yeah, why did nobody hear him on the album?
Didn't somebody buy your album, Joe?
Well, did you buy the last album, Music from Another Dimension?
I don't believe I've ever bought Aerosmith. I work on rock and roll radio stations, yeah.
They've got, their early stuff was fantastic, but I did not personally buy Music from Another Dimension. Tori, did you buy that on vinyl?
I did not. I didn't even know it existed, to be honest.
Yeah, it didn't do so hot.
So then that's the answer to his question. Why make new music? Because nobody liked that music on the last record.
Yeah.
So you should make new music that's different or better than that.
Or go on tour and play some of that music you never played before. Plus, when you have all these songs we've never played before, I don't believe you really have those songs. Prove to me you have those songs.
Yeah.
Well, one other tidbit, they asked, what about Aerosmith doing a Las Vegas residency? And he said that, I imagine we'll do it at some point. So that would be fun for a lot of people going to Vegas.
I've seen them live all of one time, and it was 1977 at a small nightclub under a false name. And they were amazing in a lot of ways, but in other ways, like, ooh, maybe you shouldn't play live. It's not working out for you. Some songs, and I guess that's the point of playing live. It doesn't always work. Like I was watching this guy, and I'm going, how does he sound that amazing? And I was a kid in 1977, I was 17. Yeah. And then he'd do a song, and it didn't work out. So I can get trepidation on their part.
The Beatles companies Apple Corp Limited and Suba Films Limited have filed a lawsuit against a list of 48 internet dealers and aliases for promoting, distributing, and selling items that bear counterfeit logos from the Beatles. They've got this lawsuit going saying people have been pretending that they are allowed to put out stuff that says Let It Be or, a song title or a logo. They said bed linens, pillowcases, tank tops, T-shirts, onesies, mobile phones, pendants, backpacks, doormats, Harrison, and they said enough already.
Right.
Stop trying to say that you've got permission to put all this stuff out.
Yeah, because a lot of people are buying this assuming it's real.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yep.
Now I question all the Beatles stuff I purchased for Amy or that she's purchased for herself over the years. I want to make sure because I'm not, believe it or not, when I met Amy, she was 24, just got out of college, completely broke. And she went to download a song by some band somewhere without paying her $1. And I said, you can't do that anymore. Those days are over. That's not just because I have a decent job right now. I understand that you're broke. But I'm in the radio business specifically. You can't download these songs without paying for them.
Yeah.
So that's no longer done in my house.
When the Backstreet Boys began their residency show in Vegas last year, they were originally scheduled to play 9 shows, but the ticket sales were so swift, they added more, then they added more, and then they added more, even more. And now the group is at it again, adding an additional 21 shows from July to November to their Las Vegas run.
Yeah, the Backstreet
totally.
Boys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the residency has been so successful, they said, we weren't anticipating this, but we are loving it. And until we physically can't dance anymore, we are going to keep performing.
Wow.
They said we're performers. We're not going to just go sit up on stools up on the stage. No, they dance. They put on an actual show. and it's been massively
What
successful.
are they? They're 40 something now.
I'd say they're in their low 40s.
Yeah, they got some years left of doing that. Damn,
Yeah.
did you see Justin Timberlake the other night? Was Justin Timberlake in that band?
No.
No.
Okay, but
the other one.
He was in the other one. So
Right,
yeah,
same
he
thing.
did a great job of it.
In this residency set a modern Las Vegas record for the fastest tickets sold for a residency.
Wow.
Backstreet Boys.
And they're not doing that much dancing, right? It's like it's kind of shuffle steps, a lot of shuffle
No,
steps.
I think they're really
step to the
dancing.
right, give a little spin, step to the
I
left.
think you've got them confused with the Macarena. I think
Really?
these guys, because that's half their act, I would think. Yeah, I think they got to dance.
Paul's right to a degree, though.
They
Part of
do
that
the
is
swim move
Yep.
with their arms a lot.
Crazy person.
They
No.
shuffle step to the right, shuffle step.
Nobody's
They
shuffling
snap.
at 40,
They do
Paul.
the
They're
hokey
snapping.
pokey.
Yeah.
Put the right leg in.
And what they do is solos that and things with because I saw them with, I think it was Young Guns. What's the name of that other band? The big boy band.
98
number one.
degrees in sync.
Boys to Men.
Thank you. No, but okay, they'll do. They're on tour with one of those guys, and they'd spell each other so they could get some
New
breath.
Kids on the Block.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I saw them together, and they would spell each other.
1977.
No, 2016.
Yeah.
You saw them in real life in 2016?
No,
Did he say on television?
I guess on television. I saw them do it. Do I have to say television?
I have to
every time?
stay fair.
Because I
Maybe
saw
we have to
Super
stay
Bowl.
fair.
Did you see the Super Bowl?
I thought you went to the concert. Gotcha.
But I would happily.
Yeah.
Electronics retailer Best Buy made a major announcement marking the end of an era. They will pull CDs from their shelves starting July 1st.
Wow.
They used to be the place to go to get CDs, but of course those have gradually declined.
Yeah, well, Blockbuster used to be the place to go get movies. These
Yeah.
things change.
What are they going to do with all the space they have? The DVDs are gone. The CDs are gone. Now what do you do?
Maybe they can open it up to Elon Musk to sell his solar panels.
Yeah, I guess.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
Target said they too are considering selling or getting rid of that, and people who want to sell CDs would have to do it perhaps on consignment. So if you're a record label and you want them to carry your merchandise, then they would have to pay for it and then get the money when it gets sold, which is pretty risky. If you're in search of a new and different vacation spot, one with great food and cultural delights, you can look no further. A theater in Stockholm is playing host to a Klingon delegation
Really?
seeking to promote tourism from Ko'onos.
What?
Sarah, it's Kronos, the
Oh, from
Klingon
Kronos.
home planet.
What are you,
Duh.
crazy?
Duh. Tori is the resident Star Trek nerd. Sorry, Kronos?
Yes, Kronos.
Okay, Kronos, the home of the
Pesky
Klingons.
circling Uranus.
This event will show off the best of the race's culture, opera, martial arts, culinary delights such as gach.
Yeah.
Because they have their own whole made up language, right?
Yeah. We used to work with the guy that spoke it, remember?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones, right.
Yep.
And he used to, well, though, he could be making it up. What other kind of geek speaks?
Right.
He just Glocken Buchenhoppen Bober. And everybody go, oh, Klingon.
Well, that was German, so.
That was.
Tori has aspired to learn Klingon. That's what she does when she's not looking for rats to adopt. But this is going to be a big destination for Star Trek fans. And this will also be most generations of Star Wars fans. So
I
if you're-
just saw Stockholm yesterday on my TV. It was a cooking channel one. And I would have thought they have no food there.
Right.
Because first of all, I thought it was in Germany, to be honest. Where are they? Because it doesn't look like Germany.
They've got the meatballs, right?
Yeah, they had all sorts of stuff going. It's pretty good. You know what they do there? They forage. I hate that.
Oh,
Go to the
yeah.
grocery store, buy stuff.
The Super Bowl might have had lower ratings this year, but NBC's special episode of This Is Us was a huge hit with Nielsen ratings. The early numbers show this drama to be the most watched post-Super Bowl entertainment telecast in 6 years. And they said the big game, the Super Bowl, had its lowest rating in 8 years.
Wow.
The fact that people tuned in.
Yeah,
in
the
these-
math in that is pretty interesting.
Yeah, so people actually tuned in as opposed to just leaving the channel on after the Super Bowl. People were actually.
According to the president of these year's United States, the reason the ratings are down is because you guys won't stand up. You should stand up, apparently.
He says.
I don't see because I wish people would stand up for the national anthem, but I wouldn't miss I'm not going to miss a game for it. Why would I miss a game over it?
So it is, let's see, 103.4 million people watched the Super Bowl, which was a 7% drop from last year. Nielsen says it's the smallest Super Bowl audience since 2009. Last year's was an all-time record. And that's not the sitting issue.
You know what the problem is in real life?
Because
Because our president's a crazy person. He doesn't know anything. You know what the problem is? Both teams live in terrible towns that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible that it was too East Coast, that it was too that region, and two highly unlikable fan bases. Everybody hates Patriots fans, and the Eagles fans are gross.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I mean, I was about to totally disagree with you, and then I saw Derek. We all hate Derek.
Yeah, no, I can't dispute that.
totally
No, you
It's
can't.
factually
They
correct.
grease up the poles, man. They burn cars. They eat cow poop or whatever that was.
Hey, the season finale of The Four.
Yeah.
Battle for Stardom on Fox is almost here. It is Thursday night at 8 o'clock, Q13 Fox. This is it. This is the finale. So it's going to be a fight to the finish. 4 incredible artists battling head-to-head, hoping to be the one to win the ultimate prize, a chance at stardom.
Yeah.
It will be an epic 2-hour season finale again Thursday, 8 o'clock, Q13 Fox. And sad news from the world of entertainment. John Mahoney, who is best known as Martin Crane, father of Kelsey Grammer and David Hyde Pierce's characters.
Native
died-
of Seattle, right? Well, the character anyway.
The character. Honorary. He was born in England, but was...
He was born in England, really?
He was born in England and made his way at a pretty young age to America, which is why I don't think anyone ever heard an accent from him. But he was in Chicago over the weekend. That's where he was living and died at the age.
he was, his home theater, as he called it, was the Steppenwolf Theater. They had a bunch of really good actors call their home theater. Steppenwolf has John Cusack. That's as a matter of fact, I think his mother and father may have started it. And there's a bunch of celebrities and big, like, real serious actors that call that place home.
Yeah, just 77 years old.
Yeah, cancer, though. It's not like you're like get a real case of cancer. If I eat right and stuff, I'm not going to die at 77.
I thought he was much older.
Yeah.
Because
he
he's
plays
always
old guys.
been white-haired
Yeah.
and always played old guys. Let's take a look at sports.
Sports
Brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you are facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUIOA, 1-800-DUIOA. We've talked a lot about the Super Bowl. Well, one thing some people didn't take into consideration after that big win was what it meant for Vegas bookmakers. Not good news for them. The Eagles were not favored. They had, I don't know what it was at closing, but it was around a 5.5-point spread.
I thought 6, so yeah.
They flat out won the game, which meant Vegas took a massive hit. There were some huge bets on the Eagles. Most of the betting went on the Eagles.
Most of the betting went on the Eagles?
Yes, by leaps and bounds.
Oh, I totally didn't know that. I thought all the betting went on the Patriots.
Nope. They said this will be one of the biggest sports books losses. Now, one company, almost $5 million because of 3 huge bets that were placed on the Eagles. There, they saw 54% of the bets were placed on the spread. 75% of the money line tickets were on the Eagles. So they lost
never guessed this.
a ton
Never
of money.
guessed this.
Of another one, MGM Race Sports confirmed $3 million losses. Another one, they said $4.5 million they lost because of these statistics.
It sounds like, devastating amounts of money to lose, but you're Vegas. Like,
You're Vegas.
they
You'll be
make
fine.
it up next week, I think.
Well, in other Vegas bookmaker news, we are just a few days removed from the Super Bowl, and already they're talking about next year. The odds of winning the New England Patriots. 5-1 odds of winning next year's Super Bowl. Odds makers then have the Green Bay Packers, the Eagles, the Vikings, and the Steelers.
Where the hell are we?
We are sitting at 28-1 odds.
Oh, put our
Tied.
money down now.
Well,
Yeah.
these guys don't trust us a little bit, I think.
Tied with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's possible.
It is possible.
And
Tied with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Something bad about that.
the Eagles will get invited to the White House. It does appear. Donald Trump has not said otherwise, but lots of Eagles have already spoken out and said they will not be going.
Here's the problem. Paint the place. Stop calling it the White House. It's intimidating.
Right.
If you were an African American and you have lived through the things that African Americans had to live through, and somebody said, "Hey, want to go to the White House?" I'd say, "So no, not going."
Chris Long, who is white, won the Super Bowl with the Patriots last year. This year he won with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, wow.
He said he would not be going. He did not go last year. He said that place does not represent me.
It doesn't represent me. I'd go for its fun, anything that, because I don't have big, strong political beliefs or anything like that. But now, with the way the vibe of the country, the security and the checkpoint, it seems like it's going to the airport 5 times right in a row to get into a place where the head guy throwing the party isn't even your friend. Right. I don't know that I would go either, except I would never refuse the president of the United States. I'd go because the president asked me. But otherwise than that, I'm not going. It seems like way too big of a hassle.
College hoops on Thursday. The Huskies take on Oregon, 7 o'clock start. WSU will be facing Oregon State Thursday with their tip-off at 7:30. Want to remind you guys that sports was brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys at 1-800-DUI-OA. And tomorrow, 7:30.
Rick Jones, here in studio. He sponsors a great deal of many things, but he's mostly the Jones in Goldberg Jones. And you got a problem in your life, somebody's going to divorce you, you're going to divorce somebody. You want to know who gets the kids, who gets the car, who gets the house, what are the child support going to be? I would suggest you listen to the show tomorrow morning at 7:30.
And get ready to call in with your question.
You know who I would never divorce?
Who's that?
Steve Slayton. He's just such a yummy breadwinner, I'll tell you that. I would just stay all day long. And he's coming up next, free of charge for you. He's going to play you a bunch of classic rock because that's the kind of guy he is. So we'll get out of the way. Bye.
This traffic report is brought to you by Fred Meyer. On I-5 northbound in Chehalis as you approach 13th Street, we have an accident currently blocking the 2 right lanes. And over in Sumner on 167 northbound, you're seeing some stop-and-go traffic due to an earlier accident that has been cleared right near 24th Street. Still seeing some delays there as well. Hey, seafood lovers, Fred Meyer has first of the season Dungeness crab straight from the cold waters of the Pacific. It doesn't get much fresher than this. Bring home fresh wild Dungeness crab for you, just $5.99 a pound. Fred Meyer, what's on your list today? I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.